is Csu Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
As the Buffaloes make their way into the sixth meeting between these two programs since the re-inception, I guess, of the Thunderwolves football program. And they've had some spirited ball games, and we look forward to it. Joining me today from the Chieftain, Joe Cervi. Joe, welcome, and look forward to this one.
What a great night for football. We were down on the field prior to the game like we always go down, and there's a decidedly different atmosphere today. The players are up, the coaches are up, the fans are up. They're dedicating the weight room, the new weight room, the 10,000-foot monstrosity that's beautiful at the southwest corner of the stadium. And it's just a different atmosphere. You wouldn't know this team took it hard last week. You know, it's a new week, it's a new game, it's a new attitude, it's a red out, and it's pretty festive.
Well, this is like taking a shower, I guess, playing this week's game. To wash that away, you just hope the water's warm.
Well, it might come out really, really hard because West Texas A&M is a good football team. They, too, are fighting for survival. They lost last week at Azusa Pacific, which is
up and coming,
a building program, a good Division II program out on the West Coast. You don't get many Division II programs in California, so it's nice for them. But the people at West Texas, we love going to Canyon, Texas, and it's one of those programs, you know, I'm very fond of West Texas. I think they do a great job in everything, and if you can compete against them in football and women's basketball, men's basketball, baseball, if you can compete against West Texas, you're playing good competition, and you're pretty good yourself.
Well, I think that's exactly the reason John Risson was excited to get them on the schedule a few years back, to say, hey, this is the measuring stick in this region in particular, and it's worked out well for his program. They've taken a couple of hard losses against them, but they've had three really cornerstone wins against West Texas A&M.
Well, they're conversation changers when you beat them. When Csu Pueblo beat West Texas A&M, that changed conversations about which way their season is going to go. And it's the same tonight. If Csu Pueblo wins, order will be restored. You can look at running the table after this. We knew going into the 2016 season that the first two games were just giant tests. Yes, there's a Mesa on the horizon, and yes, you're going to have to play every week. But these first two games, last week and this week, are just, they're as good as you're going to find in Division II. So you're going to know where you stand.
Yeah, if you lose this game, then you're 0-2. Then you know you got to run the table, and then you got to hope for help somewhere else. But if you win this one, then you can think about, hey, we've got a chance. We're going to have the game against Mesa. We got the tough game at Western State. But other than that, when you look at the schedule like you and I do, Joe, we look at it and say, well, this is it. To win this game, then things are going to kind of level out for this ball club, and you think they've got a chance. But if they lose it, then you start scratching your head wondering where it's going to go.
Well, like I said in today's Chieftain, this game isn't do or die. It's far more important than that.
It's more important than that.
It really will define which way you're going to go, and I think the players know that. I know the coaches know that, and I got the feeling that the fans understand that.
Well, and the fans are out here in pretty good force already. They've got, as Joe mentioned, the new football weight training facility. They've built a deck on top of that. If you haven't been out here, that's where the new location is for the Alumni Association, the Friends of Football tailgate. That's where you have it. It's like a nice little patio, a giant patio with tables, umbrella. You know, it's perfect, and then you don't have to hurry your way on over to the game. If you're still there eating a little bit, or you can watch the game from there, from that perch. It's kind of nice.
Well, I want people to know, and sometimes this goes unnoticed, anybody can go.
Right.
You don't have to be an alum.
Right.
You don't have to be a part of Friends of Football. You make the donation
right.
to get your meal, but you can go to that tailgate every week.
Exactly.
And so you just show up and you want to be a part of it. Invite yourself and take your friends or family and go to that. It's really fun. The food's usually pretty good. The view now is spectacular, and it makes you feel a part of it.
Exactly, and I think everybody's excited. I know Alan Hedrick, who we talked to before the game, it's like going from the basement gym now to like the penthouse suite as far as conditioning coaches.
Well, it's like when Rocky trained at the one gym and then he went to the Palatial Hotel, but, he got kind of beat around when he went to the fancy one. He was good when he was in the tough one, but I told Alan, I said, you probably come out here in the middle of the night and just lay in front of it and go, I'm home.
Yes, exactly.
It is spectacular. 10,000 square feet of training facilities. They got some new machines coming in. They're not quite in it. It's about 2 weeks out. They got to get the flooring down. They have the special flooring, and once they get that down, they can move in all the new weights and all the new machines, and it is spectacular. What he likes about it is, yes, you can work out the football team, but you can have the women's basketball team or the baseball team in there at the same time.
Exactly. Got plenty of room for that. Come back after this timeout. We're going to talk to head coach John Riston as we get into this matchup for tonight's game against West Texas. That all comes your way next. This is the Thunderbolts pregame show on Fox Sports Pueblo. Welcome back to the Thunderbolts pregame show. Joining now head coach John Riston. And John, I'm sure you, like the team, can't wait to get back out on the field today.
Yeah, we're, it's a long Thursday night and there's a longer break in between. And so we got after it. Friday we had a great meeting and then we had really good practices on Monday and Tuesday with full pads and just trying to get that intensity back, Jimmy, and I was really happy the way we practiced this week.
I was wondering how you approach it. I guess you do your usual, take Friday or Saturday, Sunday off, come back Sunday like it's a normal week, and get people back in and say, hey, no time to panic, let's just get back to work.
Well, one game doesn't define your season, and this is our challenge as a program. We got hit in the mouth, and we got knocked down the canvas, and we're looking to respond to that, and everybody's looking about what's going on, what are you going to do, and I think that's a true form of a competitor to rise when adversity hits, and I'm looking forward to that challenge. We got a great opponent coming in here, and we got to do our job. We got to do our job better than we have, and it starts with the little fundamentals of respecting your opponent, respecting the game, and respecting what you have to do.
I think in this ball game, everybody had a little breakdown here and there. It just wasn't one unit, wasn't special teams, it was the entire unit, so everybody had to look within themselves, didn't they?
Well, it's just one of those things that I think a little snowball starts and avalanches I want to describe, and that avalanche came pretty fast in the second quarter, and we couldn't get out of the way of it, and I think there's I don't know if there's single one purpose about it, but I do think if we can do the things that don't take any talent, we're going to be all right.
On this ball game, I'm sure you're looking on offense from last week. This seemed like it never could get into any kind of flow, and that'd be the first thing that I guess in this game, avoid some mistakes and see what this team can really do when you get a couple first downs back to back.
It seemed like early on we were able to drive, and then we converted a couple first downs, and next thing we got a 15-yarder. And then we're always back on our heels instead of stepping on the gas. And that kind of happened. We couldn't get any momentum. We couldn't get any rhythm going. And so we needed to keep our defense off the field versus a high-powered program like we face. And Mines was that, and West Texas same way. And so the key to this is hold on to the ball, okay? Can make sure you have great ball security, and let's hold on to the ball, and let's make things happen.
As you approach it the same way, AJ starts and might see Rex in the second quarter at some point.
Yeah, I think when Rex came in the fourth quarter, he threw the ball well and did those things. He came in the second quarter, and I think those things happen when you come in, and AJ made some mistakes. He'll be the first one to admit that, and he's had really a great mental preparation this week, and we're anxious to see both of them play.
Well, speaking of your offense, you're going up against a pretty good defense that has some really big name players on that unit.
Yeah, this number 93, LePere, he's a heck of a defensive lineman, and then number 8, Merriweather, he's a guy who flies around, and those those are probably two of the better players that will ever come into this stadium, and I just am looking forward to having a chance to compete against them.
Defensively, their offense poses you a number of issues. Of course, this quarterback, he came in last year kind of out of nowhere and kind of picked you apart. Had a pretty good ball game. Yeah,
he did a nice job against us, and so we have to really just keep it in play, Jim. We just got to keep it in play and keep doing what we need to do is keep the ball in front of us and keep tackling and not give them big plays and rally up to the ball. We got to rally the ball and make plays. They got a really good running back. This is a JC transfer that's thick, explosive, and we got to get 11 hats around him.
Well, speaking of new players, they're wide receiver core. Looks like a bunch of transfers there, a bunch of big guys that are coming in there and go get the ball.
Yeah, they're big and talented, as they're going to find out, and that creates a little bit of a mismatch with our size that we have, but it is what it is, and so again, that's why we're talking about keep the ball in play. We got to control their screen game. We got to shut down, make them one-dimensional. If I have to make them throw all the time, I guess I'd accept that. But when you can run and throw your screen game, that keeps you off balance and keeps you guessing. Coach Hughes done a great job of rallying our defense to make sure that we can control one thing.
Well, there is a sense of urgency. You want to win a ball game, but you can't lose the fact that this is the home opener. It's a very exciting time for the program.
Well, we're very lucky that it's a red-out game and added halftime celebration of dedicating our new weight room, and it should be a special night, and we're glad to be back here at home. We're going to need special fan support, and come early, stay late, enjoy the tailgates, and be loud and proud.
All right, let's go get a win.
Let's go Pack.
All right, Thunderbolts head coach John Riston back with more right after this on Fox Sports Pueblo.
Csu Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
Back to the Thunderbowl. Jim Brooks along with the Chieftains Joe Cervi to bring you the call of this home opener tonight for the Thunderwolves. Their marching band's out on the field entertaining the fans that are making their way into the stadium here. Team's still not yet on the field. Still about 15 minutes away from the kickoff of tonight's ball game. Let's start to get into this ball game a little bit more. Joe, some of the nuts and bolts of the matchup. Of course, West Texas A&M, tough week last week, only scoring 10 points. They struggled a little bit running the football. I know that's one thing they want to do better this week is running.
Well, I talked to Mike Nesbitt for a few minutes earlier in the week and a long period of time on Wednesday, and he said that he has loads of talent that they have not played together. He's just waiting for this group to come together. And some groups come together faster than others, and some don't. And last week against Azusa Pacific, which you got to understand, that's a pretty good program. They're on the, I think they're ranked this week.
Yeah.
They're always on the cusp. They're 23rd, 25th, getting votes. So they're trying to make that breakthrough. So they flew out of Amarillo to Dallas to LA, played, did all that, and that's a pretty tough test for a young program. But they have a good quarterback. They have a talented running back, and their center. John Riston talks about their center as maybe the best center he's ever seen on this field. So right there, it's like defense or like a baseball team. They're great up the middle.
Hey, you mentioned the quarterback, Ethan Brinkley. Here's a guy that was the reserve quarterback last year, but their starter got hurt in the ball game late in the first quarter. Thunderbolts were having their way with him. They were rushing him, hitting him all over the place. This kid came in. He had a little bit better movement, pocket presence, whatever, escapability, I guess you'd say, and he really sliced and diced the Thunderbolts.
Well, we did the game, and we were like, this guy's better than the starter. And Csu Pueblo ran into problems down there. A.J. Thompson came off the bench.
Right.
It was sort of like the quarterbacks, hey, wait a minute, the backups are good. And you're going to get a good quarterback to play in Texas. You just are.
Yeah. And
there's a lot of schools down there, and they're going to get good quarterbacks. And Brinkley's not. He may not be what we've become accustomed to, because West Texas has had pretty good luck with quarterbacks, but he's very talented.
Well, for on the other side of the ball for the Thunderwolves, last week I think they had a couple of injuries in some key spots, late injuries in the week, even day of game decisions, and it kind of hurt them, particularly in their secondary. We'll see how they bounce back this week.
Well, the secondary, in my opinion, was a strength, and still is a strength of this defense. Brandon Henry, one of the starting quarters, did not dress last week, and Zach Young was a game-time decision who did not play. Zach Young scored twice last year on defense. That's how good of a player he is, and those two veterans did not play against Justin Dvorak.
Yeah.
So you can't. Both of them I saw were in uniform tonight, and both of them were jumping around like they'd never heard of a hurt hamstring. So to be full strength there, I think something we got a little bit lost in last week, and I'm tired of talking about last week, but we have to, is the defense was on the field a lot.
Exactly.
I mean, there was a lot of 3-and-outs offensively, so that defense was on the field a lot, and not just a lot, but like 3 plays and then back on against the guy that was picking them apart. So John Rista talked in the coach's show about keeping the game in front of him, and I know what that means. That means get Bernard McDonald behind Patrick O'Malley, behind Austin Miles, behind Spencer Nathy, and go.
Exactly. All right, we'll come back after this timeout. Joe will give you the keys to victory for tonight's ball game. That all comes your way as we wind our way toward kickoff here at Thunderbolt's pregame show on Fox Sports Pueblo.
CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
And welcome back to the Thunderbowl as we get ready for the home opener here. CSU Pueblo taking on the Buffaloes of West Texas A&M. Let's wait no further. Let's get into the keys to victory for tonight's ball game. First for the Thunderwolves, Joe, what do you think they have to do?
They just have to be better in all areas. They're going to have to establish a ground game, get that offensive line moving, and something John didn't really talk about pregame, but he did on the Riston show. They need to play fast.
Yeah.
You know, that was a mantra for 8 years. Start fast, finish faster, play fast. Last week, we did not see fast. We did not see a sense of urgency ever. They need to find that sense of urgency because man for man, they're still as good as any team in Division II. But you've got to come out and prove it tonight.
All right, for West Texas A&M, they want to get their season back in order after losing last week. What do they have to do to come in here and pull off the win?
It's no secret that they want to force CSU Pueblo to throw the football. So their focus on defense is to stop the run, stop Bernard McDonald, stop Austin Michi, stop David Cardinal, stop Fred Ledort, and make A.J. Thompson beat you throwing the football. And if they can't, then they'll tip their hat to you.
All right, there's the keys to victory for tonight's ball game. We'll come back in 2 minutes. We'll give you the weather conditions here at the Thunderbowl tonight. Here's a little hint. It's pretty good. A little breezy, not bad. But we'll come back to this 2-minute timeout. Thunderbolts pregame show on Fox Sports Pueblo.
CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
And welcome back to the Thunderbowl. The Thunderwolves have made their way out of the tunnel. They're on the field. West Texas A&M will be coming out here shortly. Let's give you the weather conditions for tonight's ball game. It's a beauty right now, 82 degrees. At kickoff, by the time the game's over, they're saying around 72 degrees. So that just looks perfect. The winds are out of the east at 12 miles per hour. Might be a little bit of a factor, but not as bad as we've had here in recent games with the Thunderwolves, that's for sure. Chance of rain, 0. And that's good news considering what we had last Thursday night up in Golding. No chance for a delay here tonight. Kickoff is just around the corner. We'll come back. We'll have the starting lineups, the opening kickoff. This has been the Thunderwolves pregame show on Fox Sports Pueblo. And welcome back to the Thunderbowl. The Thunderbolts marching band just finishing up the Star-Spangled Banner. And now they'll get the fans revved up. Teams are revved up. The Buffaloes are just now making their way out onto the field. Joe will keep an eye on the coin toss. I'll give you the starting lineups for tonight's ball game. We'll introduce the offense for the Thunderbolts tonight. They're led by their quarterback, A.J. Thompson. He's a 6'1", 175-pound sophomore out of Denver, Colorado. Went to Montbello High School. The running back, Bernard McDonald, 5'9", 171-pound junior out of Littleton. Went to Columbine High School. Patrick O'Malley is the fullback. He's a 6', 234-pound junior out of Denver, Colorado. Went to Cherry Creek High School. The wide receivers, Osha Washington, 5'11", 190-pound junior out of Stockton, California, along with Cole Forsgren, 6', 190-pound sophomore out of Gilbert, Arizona. Seeing a lot of time as well be Daniel Weiss, 5'9", 161-pound senior out of Arlington, Texas. The starting tight end is Zach Boyd, 6'4", 233-pound junior out of Fort Lupton, Colorado. We'll see many tight ends as the night goes on. The tackles for the Thunderbolts, Ty McCulley, 6'5", 308-pound junior. He went to Pueblo Central High School. The other tackle, Keith Head, he's a 6'7", 288-pound junior out of Pueblo West High School. The guards, Spencer Nathy, 6'2", 288-pound junior out of Peoria, Arizona. Austin Miles, 6'4", 306-pound junior out of Durango, Colorado. The center is Corbin Feenstra, 6'2", 276-pound senior out of Superior, Colorado. Went to Monarch High School. Head coach John Ristenplow, member of the class of 84. For West Texas A&M, on defense, they'll go this way. At cornerbacks, it'll be Rashawn Dupree, 6'1", 192-pound senior out of Vance, South Carolina. The other cornerback, Lee Anthony Dawson, 6'1", 191-pound sophomore out of Austin, Texas. The safeties, Devontae Merriweather, he's a good one, 6'1", 204-pound senior out of Palmdale, California. The other safety, Will Tolliver, 6'2", 195-pound senior out of Canyon, Texas. The Mike linebacker, Hayden Dennis, 6'2", 218-pound redshirt freshman out of San Antonio. The Sam linebacker, they call him, is Trevor Michaelbus, 6', 240-pound junior out of Sugar Land, Texas. The nickelback, Colton McDonald, 6'4", 208-pound junior out of Hazlet, Texas. The defensive ends, Chase Martys, 6'4", 280-pound sophomore out of Burnett, Texas, along with Dalen Young, 6'2", 227-pound sophomore out of Mesquite, Texas. The defensive tackle is LaPere Wilrick, 6'1", 279-pound senior out of Giddings, Texas. And the nose guard is Solomon Purdue, 6'2", 280-pound junior out of Austin, Texas. Head coach Mike Nesbitt. Joe, what happened on the coin toss?
West Texas A&M, the visiting team, called the coin toss and won, elected to defer to the second half.
All right, so we're to find out what the Thunderwolves can do on offense to get things started here. The kicker is Connor Hollabaugh. He's a senior out of Amarillo, hometown character.
Good kicker. We've seen him before. He's very reliable, and he has a big leg.
Wise, and looks like Kalen Anderson back deep to receive the kick, the younger brother, of course, of C.J. Anderson. A great game Thursday night for the Broncos.
Just hope he has a game like his brother tonight.
We are underway. Kick is going to sail deep into the end zone. Wise takes it, then fumbles it out the back of the end zone. He wasn't going to return it anyways. He's about 9 yards deep, so the Thunderbolts will take over at their own 25-yard line, as is the case in college football. That's one of the different rules that the NCAA has in place, different from the pro game, of course. So we'll get a look early on, see if the Thunderbolts offense can clean things up. 4 turnovers last week. Had a pick 6. Had a couple of crucial fumbles by their starting running back. They need to be better this week. They'll open up in a double tight end set. Single back will be Bernard McDonald. AJ will be up under center here. Brings Washington in motion to the right side of the formation. Going to hand it off to Bernard up the middle. Nice cut back into the hole. Gets forward out to about the 29-yard line. Picks up 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6 for the Thunderwolves.
And that's not good. Already an injury for CSU Pueblo.
Yeah, one of their linemen is...
That's Austin Miles. He went down, and he went down hard. It looks like he's trying to get up, but he is in pain.
Training staff out there immediately on him. He is writhing around down there. They're looking at the left knee. Never a good sign for a lineman. Just hope somebody didn't fall on him and blow that knee out. Sometimes they get up from this and they'll be right back in there. Sometimes might be gone from there. And he is pounding the turf in disgust with his right hand. And he's up now, but no weight being put on that left leg. Now he tries to put a little on there, but it's obviously damaged. So he will limp out of the ball game. So the Thunderbolts, right off the bat, lose their starting right guard.
Well, one thing CSU Pueblo does not have is depth on the offensive line.
Well, on the depth chart, they've shown Samuel Long, and that looks like who... well, let's see.
No, I don't believe so.
No, it's 72 coming in there.
I believe it's Filippo Osamosi.
Yeah, there we go. So he's a much heralded senior transfer here out of Long Beach, California.
You know, he's started football games before, so he knows what he's doing.
2nd down and 6 for the Pack from the 29-yard line. Bring a man in motion. That's Washington to the right side of the formation for the Thunderwolves. They're going to run the draw play to Bernard. Tries to cut outside, breaks the tackle, cuts back inside. He's got the 1st down and more out across the 35 to the 39-yard line. Pick up a close to 10 on the play. Nice cut back there by Bernard.
The play was designed to bounce outside, and he saw a little crease inside as the tackle was kicking out. Picks up 10.
So 1st and 10 for the Thunderwolves here on the initial drive of the ball game. No score. 14:21 to go here in the 1st quarter. Glad to have you along here tonight on Fox Sports Pueblo, plus watching on the Stretch Internet feed here on GoThunderwolves.com. Hello, Amarillo. Hello, Canyon. We love you. Love the barbecue. Trips to the left this time for the Pack. AJ up under center, straight drop back. He looks left, fires left. Ball is caught for a relatively short gain. Osha Washington handled the ball. They're going to give him forward progress out to the 44-yard line. So it'll be a pickup of 5. It's a little pitch and catch, a little quick turn-in on the left side to Osha.
Osha Washington led the team in receptions last week. App Mines kind of come on strong in camp.
2nd and 5 from the 44-yard line. Kalen Anderson in the game. He'll split wide to the right this time for the Thunderbolts. They go to their heavy package with a double tight end set. They bring in the fullback O'Malley as well. I formation. AJ gives it to Bernard off the left side. Following blockers, puts his head down. He's hit hard. About 2 yards short of the first down. Big scramble in there. Almost thought there might have been a loose ball, but people came flying to the pile. They were just making sure Bernard was on the ground. And I'm sure their defense, they know after the scouting report last week, you be ready because Bernard put it on the ground twice last week.
Great hit by Austin Williams, the Mike linebacker for West Texas A&M.
Going to be a gain of 3. It's going to be 3rd down and 2 now for the Thunderbolts from their own 47-yard line. Ball is on the left hash mark. Heavy package once again. Kalen Anderson going to split wide to the right, but they got the double tight end set here with the fullback. And from the eye, they give it to Bernard up the middle, and he's hit, spins. He has the first down across midfield. He's into Buffalo territory down to the 48-yard line. Good spin there by Bernard to get the first down.
That definitely looked like a McDonald run. Maybe not Bernard McDonald, but it was definitely a McDonald run.
Cam-esque.
He comes out of the game now, and I was curious to see who would get reps with the first team. Who would be the second guy in? Looks like it's going to be Freeland Dork.
Wise into the ball game. Forsgren going to split wide to the left. They stay with the double tight end set. They've got the freshman tight end in there, Morgan Smith. He comes in motion across the formation right toward us here on 1st and 10. Straight drop back by AJ. Looks over the middle. He's flush from the pocket. Now he'll just throw it away. He had Forsgren over there, but wisely just chucked it into the Buffalo bench.
That's that decision-making John Riston likes with A.J. Thompson. Live to play another play.
So 2nd down and 10 now for the Thunderbolts. 12 minutes to go here, first quarter, no score. First drive of the game here for the Pack as they receive the opening kickoff and have moved it from their own 25 into Buffalo territory here. Forsgren to the right this time. Looks like Osha's wide to the left. Single back is McDonald. They're going to run the draw play. No, this is Dort, rather. Going to try to turn the corner. And he gets forward up the sideline. He's close to the first down. Depends on where he stepped out of bounds here. They're going to say he stepped out at the 43-yard line. So not quite as good as gain as we thought, but still nice. He gains 6. It'll be... gains 5, it looks like. I beg your pardon. Gain of 5. It'll be 3rd and 5 here for the Thunderbolts. Fredla did a nice job getting something out of nothing there, though.
You know, he's one of the last of that Florida connection they had going for such a long time. And, you know, his only problem, if he has a problem, other than his size, but he's a Division II running back, got to hang on to the football.
3rd and 5 from the 48-yard line here for the Thunderbolts. Or 43-yard line, rather, of the Buffaloes. Beg your pardon.
They're coming.
Come from the pistol. They're going to throw it out to the right. Forsgren has it. Gets upfield. Puts his head down. And he stretches forward for the first down. Good run there by Forsgren after the catch. He was short of the first down when he caught it. But he got 3 yards after contact there to get the first down.
Cole Forsgren, 6'2", 200 as a receiver. He's a 200-pound receiver. He almost looks like a tailback.
So he needed 5. He got 6. It's 1st and 10 Thunderbolts at the 37-yard line of the Buffaloes. Thompson up under center. They bring O'Malley back in the game to play fullback. An offset eye to the left here. Ball's on the right hash. Play action. Thompson back in the pocket. Looks down the middle. Sends it up the sideline instead. It's going to be picked off. Bad pass there. Picked off at the 10-yard line. Back up the sideline. Across the 40. 45-50. Has one man to beat. Cuts it back inside. He is hit down at the 37-yard line. Just a poor pass there by A.J. He threw it into traffic. Looked like he had Wise streaking to the post. Instead, he tried to go up the sideline and threw it into double coverage, basically. The safety coming over and taking it away.
That wind, whatever wind there is, he threw it right into the teeth of it. The ball just floated up. Rayshawn Dupree said, "Oh, thank you very little."
Ray Sean, he's one of those preseason All-American candidates for West Texas A&M, and that might be the easiest interception he's had maybe the best he has all year, I guess you should say. So now West Texas with a short field here. They start from the Thunderbowl's 37-yard line. Brinkley in the gun. Has Payne on his left hip here, and he'll give it to him up the middle. Nice cut across the 30, breaks a tackle. He's got the first down. Ball might have come loose. Thunderbolts are scrambling, but it looks like Payne held on to it. They were ripping at it. They're trying to get it free, but it's going to be a 1st and 10, and they come right up to the huddle, do the Buffaloes.
They'll run this quick strike. They don't like the huddle.
Ball's just outside the 25-yard line for the Buffaloes. Brinkley from the shotgun. Payne on his left hip. Takes the snap. He keeps it this time. Puts his head down. Gets inside. Ball comes loose. Thunderbolts pick it up. They're on the fly. And there he is down from behind. Williams is taken down at the 38-yard line.
Sorry, that's LaRon Tarkington.
Brinkley stumbled as he came across the line of scrimmage and more or less caused his own fumble, it looked like that time. He kind of stumbled, was hit, and the ball popped loose. So the Thunderbolts get the turnover right back.
Mike Nesbitt saying he was down, and he might have a good point, but there's no replay today.
Yep.
It looked like he fumbled it while he was on the ground, but you know what? Thank you very much.
As I'm saying, there was a little caught, but I think he caused his own demise there by stumbling. He was off balance when he was hit.
Austin Miles is back up. Looks like he's going to try and go, but right now he's still on the bench.
Line of scrimmage is the 38-yard line for the Thunderwolves. On their side of the field, AJ up under center, offset eye. O'Malley in the game to play fullback. Double wide out to the right. Long count. Going to give it to Bernard off the left side. Now cuts it outside. Turns it outside. Turns back in. Flag is down. Going to be a hold here on the Thunderwolves. It's right at the feet of O'Malley, the fullback. I'm not sure if he's the guilty party, but somebody holding that line on the left side for the Thunderwolves.
Holding. 72 offense. 10-yard penalty. First down.
That's the backup guard that's in the game. Osamose is the guilty party. So the 10-yard mark-off marks it back to the 28-yard line. So 1st and 20 there for the Pack. No score here. 10:05 to play in the first quarter. Each team has had a turnover on their initial possession of the ball game. Thompson up under center. They go to the heavy package with the triple tight end set. They're all bunched on the left side. They're unbalanced that direction. They're going to give it to Bernard off the left side. Cuts it back in. Squirts through there. He's got almost all the yardage back that he needed. Remember, there was a penalty earlier which put him way behind schedule. He's only about 4 yards short of the first down. So he picks up 16 on that carry.
He was one shoelace tackle away from the house.
And he's squirted through there, Joe.
From the house.
2nd and 4 now after the gain of 16 yards. That's getting back on schedule.
They're about ready to hand Austin Miles his helmet. He's going to go back in the game.
That's those funny things about those knees with those big linemen.
Well, they wear those braces, and sometimes you get cracked and you get a little panicked.
They fake the tight end screen. AJ going to keep it, and he is swallowed up for a sack. He wanted to pitch that out here to the tight end, Eckhoff, who had come in motion, but he kept it, but that screwed up all the timing. And AJ takes the sack. He'll lose a yard on the play is all. He just took the snap and looked right, but it wasn't there, and then just had to take it. That's why there's not that big a loss on the play. 3rd and 5 from the 43-yard line.
Miles now back in the game.
2 wide outs to the right. Wise is wide to the right. And they fake the draw play. Thompson sets in the pocket. Fire. Oh, bad pass. He fired that just into the turf. He was trying to get it to Eckhoff, who might have been able to turn to get the first down, but he never had a chance. That was a wild pitch, as you would say in baseball.
Down and out.
And that, of course, maybe a case of throwing the pick on his previous pass, a little gunshot. Just didn't get a step into that one. So they'll punt the football away. It'll be Tanner Kuda. Has the snap, gets the punt away, into the wind, end over end kick.
Good kick.
Gets at the 20, takes a Thunderbowl bounce, but it takes a bounce right into the returner's hand. He's got a lane up the sideline, gets across the 25 to the 27-yard line. Pretty good alert play there by P.J. Leonce.
Yeah, but it took a Sunday hop right to him.
Yeah, initially it was a Thunderbolt's bounce just because it went forward, but it ended up in the air and kind of gave him a running lane up the left side. But all in all, Thunderbolts will probably take that on the exchange as West Texas takes over at their own 27-yard line. No score here in the first quarter. Each offense their own worst enemy so far to this point. They go to two backs this time, do West Texas A&M. Payne. Send a man in motion.
That's two men in motion.
Pass out in the flat, incomplete. And that was very similar pass that A.J. Thompson just threw. Brinkley just delivered it right into the turf.
Canadian football, Jim.
Looked that way, didn't it? Kind of wild.
You got a man in motion, and then a guy kind of leaning forward is Canadian football.
So Payne is the lone back this time. They're going to go trips to the right, single wide out left. Ball's on the left hash mark here. 2nd down and 10 for the Buffaloes.
This is where they usually throw it to the running back in the flat of the empty side.
Brinkley takes the snap, looks right. Wide receiver screen. Thunderbolts on, but they missed the tackle and up the sideline, getting close to the first down. I'm thinking that's P.J. He said 8. I thought it was 6. Anyway, it's a gain of 8 for the Buffaloes out to the 35-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 2 now. Thunderbolts had it diagnosed. They just missed the tackle.
All you can ask is to be in position to make the play. Then you got to make the play, and they didn't.
They bring in the fullback, Warren Witherspoon, on this play. They're going to run it up the middle, but the Thunderbolts good penetration. But again, they missed the tackle, and up the sideline goes Payne. Breaks the tackle. He's across the 45, inside the 40 before he is knocked out of bounds. Poor tackling so far by the Thunderbolts. They've been in position. They just haven't put the Buffaloes on the ground. Good run, though, by Payne. Got to give him a little bit of credit for breaking the tackle.
I don't have replay to see who missed that tackle, but they had him in the backfield.
1st and 10 from the Thunderbolts, 42. They give it to Payne, and he is hit immediately. Falls forward, though, down to the 40-yard line. Comes like it might have been Ian Kelly coming in there to get the stop for the Thunderbolts. Had some help from Sam Singleton, the linebacker. Gain of 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8 as the ball is on the Thunderbolts' 40-yard line. No score here. 7:05 to go, first quarter. Trip to the right, single wide out left for the Buffaloes. Payne the lone back, and now we have a problem here.
The play clock was down to 0, but
they're trying to get it reset.
And it just wouldn't. No one was paying attention.
Riley Smith in the slot to the left, trips to the right this time for the Buffaloes. Payne the lone back on the left hip here of Brinkley. On 2nd down and 8. Brinkley takes the snap. He looks right, now fires over the middle. Ball behind the intended receiver. Oh, he's lucky that wasn't picked off as it went off the hands of the intended receiver, trying to get it to Leonce.
Brock Davies, the defensive end, came close to getting Brinkley, and he was taken down by his face mask right in front of the referee.
3rd down and 8 for the Buffaloes. Fans come to their feet here. Money down for the Thunderwolves. You see them all along the sideline, rubbing their fingers together. Thunderwolves show corner blitz here off the edge. Brinkley sees it. Now he might be called an audible. Now they back out of it. Brinkley takes the snap. He's going to give it to Payne up the middle. A big pull. This isn't Payne. This is the fullback, the reserve running back, Trent Canyon. And he has got the first down. Good change of pace there as he did a quick cutback after taking the handoff in the backfield. It's 1st and 10 for the Buffaloes.
There's a perfect passing down to run. 11 yards for the fullback.
Payne back in the game. He's on the right hip this time of Brinkley. He's in the shotgun. Now he shifts Payne to the left side of the formation. Trips to the right, single wide out left. Take the snap, and they give it to Payne up the middle. He's hit but falls forward, as most good running backs do. Only gains 2 on the play, though. Pretty good defense that time by the Thunderbolts, shutting it down in a hurry. A gain of a long yard. We'll call it 2, second down. Well, it might be closer to second 9. We'll call it a gain of a yard. The ball's just on the edge of the 28-yard line. Ball's on the left hash mark. No score here, but the Buffalo's threatening. Brinkley from the gun. Takes the snap, looks right, fires over the middle, and it is broken up. Thunderbolts bench complaining there. They thought that was a false start. Looked like a couple of the slot receivers that time might have flinched just a half second early. But the flag didn't come out. They tried to hit it over the middle, broken up by the Thunderbolts.
Laron Tarkington come up with a great hit, but then he comes off the field a little shaken.
Yeah, he's dinged, isn't he?
But I love his backup. That's Tanner Draper, who is a true freshman from Amarillo, Texas.
There you go. Tarkington holding his left shoulder there. 3rd and 9 for the Buffaloes. Brinkley from the gun. Takes the snap. He'll give it to Payne. He's hit immediately. Stays on his feet. Falls forward for a couple on the play. As they felt the pressure coming, they checked to a run play again. They only gained 2. They're going to have to try a field goal here. As he'll be a good 7 yards short of the first down. Line of scrimmage is going to be the 26-yard line. It'll be about a 44-yard attempt right down the middle of the field. Connor Hollabaugh is the field goal kicker. He's a good one, a senior out of Amarillo. Little personnel problem for the Buffaloes, but now they get that fixed up. The holder is Cash Conder. He's a redshirt freshman. Long snapper Tyler McMahon. He's a redshirt freshman. Low snap, they get it down, though. The kick is on the way, and it is good. Great job there by the holder, Cash Conder, to get a hold of that and get it on the turf. 4:52 to go in the first quarter. West Texas, they open the scoring tonight. They lead it 3-0, a 1-minute timeout on Fox Sports Pueblo.
CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
Here's the kickoff by Hollabaugh, and it will sail out the back of the end zone, so the Thunderbolts will take over at their own 25-yard line. Now, Thunderbolts on offense so far in the game, Joe, they've shown glimpses of good stuff, but the interception hurt their early drive, and then that last drive, just a bad pass on 3rd down and short.
They're not good enough to make these kind of mistakes yet. And they will be. This is going to be a good team. It's going to evolve into a really good team. But right now, early in the season, they have to be almost perfect, and they're not.
A.J. Thompson under center. Lone back this time is McDonald. Heavy package with 3 tight ends in the game here. And they show run. They give it up the middle. Nice cut by Bernard. He's across the 30 up to around the 33-yard line. He'll pick up 8 yards on the play before he's finally gang tackled. They really got all over him at the end, but that's because Bernard's so strong, he won't go down easy, and that allows a lot of guys to come over and get on top.
Great block by tight end Zach Boyd, kicking the guy out so that Bernard McDonald can cut it back upfield. And then as Zach Boyd stays with the play and helps give him that extra push.
Well, they give him a little forward progress out to the 34, so it's a gain of 9, 2nd down and 1 for the Thunderwolves. They're going to go to the I formation here as they bring O'Malley into the game to play fullback. And they give it to Bernard, cuts into the whole hurry, and he is hit for a loss. He made a quick decision there, Joe, to try to cut it back. They're going to give him forward progress back to the 34-yard line. That might be a little generous for the Thunderbolts. They'll take it, but they're still a yard short of the first down. Remember, this came back to haunt them last week when they had a 2nd and 1 and couldn't convert against Mines early in the game after they led it 8-0.
Well, so far the play calling's been very conservative. They did take the one shot into the wind, and it got picked off. But a lot of these running plays are looking the same. It's been a very conservative offense so far for CSU Pueblo.
Single back this time. Triple tight end set. They try to get him to jump. They're back on side. They give it to Bernard off the right side. He's got the first down and more. Across the 45, 50, down to the 47-yard line of the Buffaloes.
Like I was saying, Bernard McDonald makes vanilla plays into chocolate swirl. He's that good.
And another first down for the Thunderbolts, so they venture into Buffalo territory again. They've been no stranger to Buffalo territory in this game.
Yeah, that field position has not been a problem.
Had
finishing drives.
Had mistakes on this end of the field, whether it be a bad pass or an interception. I guess an interception's a bad pass, too. Triple tight end set to the left. Now they bring one in motion. That's O'Malley, the fullback, actually. Going to hand it off to Michi off the right side. Nice cut. 40, 35, down to the 32. He tripped himself, Joe. He was so excited. He had a big opening. That was a run that might have had a chance to go the distance, but Michi kind of tripped himself there.
And you can't see it listening to the radio. That is the exact same play that they just ran. That Bernard got 18, Michi just got 14. The exact same formation, the exact same play.
Michi's that good, folks. He's one of those guys who's going to grow into a favorite here.
That's like the old Bantam. Run it again. Just run it again.
1st and 10 from the 33-yard line of the Buffaloes for the Thunderbolts. They trail it 3-0 here in the first quarter, late in the first quarter. And now we got movement on the left side, and there's your drive killer right there. That first down false start is Patrick McCullough, or Ty McCullough. Jumped off on the left side. So you go to 1st and 15.
Ty started every game last year. Just smacked himself on the helmet. What was I thinking?
Junior out of Pueblo Central.
Nicest kid on the team. Maybe too nice to be an offensive lineman.
Kalen Anderson splits wide to the left here. The triple tight end set. Bunch to the right. Now they bring O'Malley, who's actually a fullback, back into the I formation. Long count. They give it up the middle to Michi. Kind of dances his way into the hole and gets forward for about 5. Got the penalty yardage back. Michi's that kind of smallish, Joe, a little short, but that sometimes is a good thing. You kind of hide behind those big linemen and then find the crease.
He's going to remind fans a little bit of Cam McDonald. He runs behind the zone blocking that they do so well because he's built like Cam was. And so you're going to see him run that zone blocking a lot more effectively than Bernard, who is so much better in space.
3-0. West Texas A&M on top. 1:30 to go here in the first quarter. Thunderbolts on the move. 2nd and 10 from the Buffalo 33-yard line. McDonald the lone back. Play action. AJ rolls right. Looks right. Fires. Eckhoff has it. He's forward for about 5 or 6. He's knocked out of bounds at the 28-yard line is where they're going to spot it. So a gain of 5. It'll be 3rd down now and 5. The Thunderbolts trying to chip away at what was a 1st and 15.
We're almost 5 quarters through the season, and Zach Boyd has still not caught a pass. Still not been thrown to him. I think John said in the coaches show that they did target him, but I don't remember them targeting him at Mines.
Now they bring in an extra couple of receivers this time. Double wide out left. Kind of a double slot formation here. One wide out, wide to the left. Bernard the lone back. He goes to the left. AJ fires over the middle. That's not going to get the first down as they hit Forsgren, but he only gains a yard on the play. So now the Thunderbolts are going to have to think about a field goal here, and it's going to be a long one. And what wind we have here is kind of, they say out of the east, but it's more out of the southeast, Joe, when you look at it. It's more of a hurting wind for the Thunderbolts here in this quarter.
Well, we saw Nathan Taylor kick 55-yarders in warm-ups. Now, this is a lot different. Forsgren needs to get out there because he's the holder.
Well, I think he had to get the right gloves on or something. He was down here on the sideline fiddling with something, or maybe didn't realize what they were going to do, but now he's out there. It is a 43-yard attempt. Ball on the way. Kick has plenty of leg, and it is good. 12.9 seconds to go here in the first quarter. The Thunderbolts march, and they tie the game up. It's 3-3. Thunderbolts football on Fox Sports Pueblo. Welcome back to the Thunderbowl. Thunderbolts, nice drive there. It stalled on them. The penalty hurt them, but they get the freshman Nathan Taylor in there, and he banged that home. That was a tough kick, Joe, into the breeze.
Look, knuckleball, you didn't know which way it was going to go, but we talked to Nathan Taylor before the game. He was excited. He was ready to go. He knows that he's a true freshman. Time to get after it.
So now we'll see the return game here of West Texas A&M. Taylor gets into the kick high, kind of a shortish kick.
On purpose.
It's going to be handled at the 11-yard line, up the sideline, now cutting back across the 20 out to about the 24-yard line. That's Trent Canyon, the freshman, redshirt freshman for the Buffaloes. So they'll take it at the 24-yard line. So all in all for the Thunderbolts there, when you're kicking into the wind like that, if you keep them inside the 25-yard line, that's not a bad play.
Better than a touchback.
Exactly.
I can do that, man. One better than a touchback, Jim.
Now we got 8.3 seconds to go here And it's kind of like a heavyweight fight here, Joe. Each team kind of probing, testing each other, and they've been able to land a couple of punches here and there. They both got a field goal.
And not cheap field goals either. These are big timers.
Devin Pay will be the running back on the left hip here of Brinkley. Brinkley always from the gun. Now he shifts Pay to his right hip. Trips to the right here. One wide out left, falls on the left hash mark for the Buffaloes. They're going to give it to Pay off the left side. He avoids one tackle, jumps to the outside, gets forward for maybe a yard on the play. Did a great job that time of avoiding Trace Gray. Trace Gray upset with himself. He had a shot at him, but couldn't get him on the turf. But it was kind of like a jump back move, a step back move there by Pay. He's good back.
He's not going to go down on the first hit. He's too thick.
They say he stepped out of bounds at the 24, so no gain. And that will be the last play of the first quarter. Good struggle so far in this game. Both clubs playing pretty good defense. 3-3 our score at the end of one. Back with the second quarter on Fox Sports Pueblo.
CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
Welcome back to the Thunderbowl. 3-3 our score. 2nd and 10 for the Buffaloes. Jim Brooks along with the Chief is Joe Cervi. Carl Lorenson, our producer and engineer of today's ball game. Comes pressure. They get the middle screen to Pay, and he gets behind his blockers, but a good play there by Trace Gray. Well, he got him that time, Joe. He was upset with himself on the last play of the first quarter when he didn't get him on the ground, but he did a great job there getting on the ankles of Pay. Stopping him.
He read that screen perfectly and brought him down, which is, that's saying something when you're that big.
So 3rd and 9 now for the Buffaloes from the 26-yard line as they work into the wind here in this second quarter. Crowd rising up a little bit here. Wants to see a stop from their defense. Long count. And they're going to give it to Pay. He avoids one tackle, still on his feet, trying to turn the corner, and he's stopped for no gain, maybe a loss. Well, he gets forward. I beg your pardon, not getting screwed up here. He does get forward for 4 yards on the play. It'll be 4th down and 5. He's not anywhere close to the first down.
Jim, Hunter Hughes and the defense has a great plan right now. He's put his team in position to be where they're supposed to be. Now you got to make the plays. Pay is a good back, but he's not that good.
Yeah, he's doing a good job of escaping these tackle attempts here.
DUI is back to 25 to return the punt.
Well, last time we saw him return a punt here in the Thunderbowl, it was a huge one against Ohio Dominican back in that playoff game a couple years back. Here's the snap. They come with pressure off the edge, almost get there. Low kick into the wind, and it bounces out of bounds at about the 32-yard line.
Kalen Anderson was a fingertip away from blocking that. When unblocked off the wing.
He came close, and I like the little acting job there by Cummings. He tried to do the old spinorama and corkscrew himself into the ground there, but the referee wasn't buying it.
Well, because no one touched him. It wasn't even close to that.
1st and 10 for the Thunderwolves. Look who's into the ball game. The backup quarterback, Rex Dowson, gets his attempt here. Double wide out to the right. 2 tight ends set. They're bunched on the left side. Bernard alone back. Now they send the freshman tight end in motion. Fake the draw play. Dowson rolls right. He's under pressure. Gets the pass away. It's caught up ahead. Not much on the play, but Osha Washington gets it. Gets ahead for a couple yards on the play. Needs to throw that ball a little bit quicker, Joe, because then Washington can make a cut and get up the sideline. But as it was, he ran out of real estate.
Well, I think Michael Riston was the intended target, but he got closed in on pretty quickly, so he just took the third check down. You know, they run that layered pattern, deep, middle, close.
So gain of 2, 2nd down and 8.
Hey, positive yardage is positive yardage.
Rex Dowson, of course, the brother of Ross Dowson, the former 3-year quarterback, 3-year starter here for the Thunderwolves. The tight end, Morgan Smith in motion. He resets. They run the draw play to Bernard off the right side. Good cut across the 40. And he's got the first down to the 45-yard line. Good yards after contact. Those yak yards, Joe. And Bernard's been very good at that so far in this game.
You know what's going to make Rex Dowson a better player?
A running
Bernard
back.
McDonald.
Exactly.
You know, John Elway won 2 Super Bowls because of Terrell Davis.
Exactly. 1st and 10 Thunderwolves. They're out to the 45-yard line.
You know, people come and they say, Rex, yeah, Rex throws the ball great. He does spin it. But you got to do everything if you're a quarterback. You can't just come in and throw the ball all over the yard.
Fullback O'Malley into the game. They go to the I formation. Dowson up under center. Now he gets the tight ends to shift to the left side. Long count. Give it to Bernard. Dancing around. Now cuts inside. He's across the 45 to the 48-yard line. Picks up 3. It'll be second down and 7.
And that play was doomed to fail. The whole right side of the line was ready to go, and the motion didn't take place as soon as it needed to.
Yeah, the tight ends. You can see Rex, when you're in the stadium watching the game, the quarterback will kind of lift his leg, and that means for the men to go in motion. And both tight ends that time, Riston and the freshman Smith, didn't shift right away. He had to do it a second time for emphasis. Smith this time, the tight end, lines up on the left side in the slot. Double tight end set that way. Straight drop back by Rex, fires it left, caught by the freshman tight end, gets ahead, across the 40, 35, 30 up the sideline, but he tiptoed out of bounds back here at the 36-yard line. Otherwise, it was going to be a contest between him and a safety to see who was stronger going up that sideline.
Well, wide receiver Daniel Weiss had his block so well engaged, I can't believe he stepped out. There was nobody on it.
Yeah, that might have scored. That was going to be one they're going to look back on and say, man, for sure, they got another 20.
Well, if you've ever heard us do CSU Pueblo football or watch CSU Pueblo football, you know receivers block. That's part of the MO of this team. They block. They're going to have to call a timeout. They're not going to get this play off.
Yeah, they didn't have the right personnel package in there, and John Riston kind of reluctantly takes the timeout. We'll take a quick 30, 11:22 to go here in the first half. We're all tied up at 3 apiece on Fox Sports Pueblo.
CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
3-3 our score. Thunderwolves on the move. And Joe and I during that timeout talking about Morgan Smith, the true freshman out of Grandview High School in Aurora. He is huge, 6'5", listen at 225 pounds. He's just growing. He's going to get bigger and bigger and better.
And he's not, I mean, he's thick.
Yeah.
His body's filled out. It's not like he's just a big chub guy. He's thick.
Zach Boyd now will be the extra tight end on the left side here. Dowson up under center. Eckhoff in motion to the right side. He resets. They're going to run a reverse to Wise, trying to get the corner. He's in a foot race here. Cuts back inside, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage. West Texas doing a good job of staying at home, and particularly that defensive end. When the end or the outside linebacker forces you to run a little bit wider, then it allows the speed to get over there.
Well, these Texas teams, it's hard to run wide on. They're fast.
Wise will come out of the game, as does Forsgren. Dowson looking to the sideline for the play call. It's got to pick it up a little bit here. We're down to 18 on the play clock. They break the huddle. Kalen Anderson now will split wide to the right. 3 tight ends in this set, plus the fullback. That's a heavy package. Dowson up under center. They go to the eye. Might have been offside. No flag comes out. They give it to Bernard off the right side. Hurdles across the 35 down to about the 32-yard line. He will be about 6 yards short of the first down. They need for 26. Wise and Forsgren will check in now. O'Malley comes out. Eckhoff comes out. As does Kalen Anderson.
So they went from heavy to light.
That's right. Yeah, their heavy package even includes the heavy for a wide receiver, Kalen Anderson.
He looks just like his brother.
They split both wide receivers wide to the left this time. Or 2 of the wide receivers, 1 wide to the right. Might see a draw here to Bernard on second or third down and 6. Rex looks, fires left. That's a backward pass. It'll be a running play for Bernard. Nice cut. Across the 30, tries to hurl forward, but he can't get up ahead for the first down. That was kind of a backwards flip that time by Dowson, trying to get it over to Bernard. Bernard did a great job handling the ball, but he was so deep in the backfield, Joe, it didn't ever had a chance to get forward.
I think it was supposed to be a screen, but he got bumped out of the play, so he was behind the line. He was actually behind Dowson.
So that'll set up another field goal attempt here by the freshman kicker, Nathan Taylor. This will be a 48-yard attempt. They're going to place it at the 38. Good snap, ball's down, kick is on the way. Low kick, did he get it through? Looked like he hooked it to the left. Indeed he did, so it's wide left. Kick never did look real good. Didn't have that nice end-over-end appearance. So it'll go over after the missed field goal to West Texas A&M. They'll take over at the line of scrimmage. And that'll be the 31-yard line. So again, for the Thunderbolts, they've moved it every time they've had the ball, Joe. They just, little things break it down at the end. That's got to be a little bit of credit to a good defense, too.
Oh, without question. That's a CSU Pueblo defense. Bend, bend, bend. But when it gets down to it, you just don't break.
So we're still tied up, 3-3, 9:38 to go here in the first half.
4 wide receivers now.
That trips to the left, single wide out to the right. And one of those wide receivers to the left is huge. It's like a tackle almost lined up to the left. Now we have a flag down.
Delay.
Man, you come out of a change of possession and get a delay game. We saw that in the high school game last night, Joe, that we covered.
We saw it a lot.
And here it happens in the college game. So a 5-yard mark off back to the 26-yard line. Brinkley in the gun. He has Pay on his right hip. Ball's on the right hash. Gives it to Pay up the middle. Good hole across the 30, 35. And he's knocked down at the 38-yard line. Gain of 7 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 3 for the Buffaloes. Pay now going to come out of the ball game. He was dinged up a little bit. He wants to come out. So that means they'll bring in the freshman Trent Canyon into the game. He rushes in there. No huddle here by West Texas. They call all their plays at the line of scrimmage. They're signaled in. Again, trips to the left. Single wide out right. Take the snap. Brinkley looks, fires, ball caught. It'll be close to the first down. They came up in a hurry. They get Henriquez on the ground. Epi Henriquez out of Baltimore, Maryland. He's a junior college transfer. It is a first down to the 43-yard line.
I never understood why defensive backs play so far off receivers when it's a short yardage to gain situation.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line for the Buffaloes. 3-3 our score. 8:45 to go here in the first half. Gray showing blitz off the edge for the Thunderbolts. Here he comes. Brinkley steps up in the pocket, and the pocket kind of broke down. He gets the pass out to that big guy I've been talking about, Junior Palme. And this guy is huge. He lines up at a wide receiver spot. He looks like a tackle extended out there. Palme is a 286-pound senior out of Paris, Georgia, 6'4". That'll be 2nd and 10 for the Buffaloes. Once again, ball on the right hash mark with a single back. Trips to the left. Thunderbolts show corner blitz. Here they come. Brinkley steps, fires right, ball caught. Nice adjustment, getting across midfield to about the 48-yard line. Good move there by Henriquez. He'll pick up 9. It'll be 3rd down and 1 for the Buffaloes. How about Brinkley? He's a cool customer. Left-handed slinger. And they're going to go up the middle, and the Thunderbolts come up with great penetration and throw him for a loss. What a play by Brandon Pear.
Brandon Pear, we haven't called his name until just now. What a great time to call the inside linebacker's name.
Loss of 3 on the play. It's 4th down and 4. West Texas, they don't send their punt team out yet. Don't quite understand that. That's rolling the dice here. They may be just going to try to draw the Thunderbolts offside here. Brinkley looking it over. Play clock down to 15. They are going to go for it. Brinkley, straight drop back. Looks over the middle, and the ball is caught for the first down. He threw it into traffic, but he threaded the needle up to the 44-yard line of the Thunderbolts on the grab. Great play there by Jaquarius Daniels. That was a tough catch.
Right through the middle of the CSU Pueblo defense. Like a dagger through the heart, Jim.
Like Payer was the man in coverage there, and he had good coverage. It was just a better play by the offense. 1st and 10 from the 44, so a big-time gamble there by the Buffaloes. He sent Pay in motion to the right side. Now they come back left on the wide receiver screen. Nice move across the field, and then Payer just lights up Riley Smith, but somehow Smith stayed on his feet and is able to get forward for about 4 on the play. That was a collision.
Sam Singleton welcomed him to Pueblo. Held on to the ball, though.
So it's 2nd down now and 6 from the 40-yard line. 3-3 our score. We're under 7 minutes to go now here in the first half. Enrique splits wide to the right, trips to the left this time for the Buffaloes. Ball in the middle of the field. Pays on the right hip this time of Brinkley. Looks over the defense. Takes his time. Does his pre-snap read, gives it to Pay up the middle. Good hole. He's got the first down. He's inside the 35 down to the 33-yard line.
Needed 6, got 7, and they were tough 7.
Ball spotted at the 33-yard line. Buffalo's on the move. They're in Thunderbolt's territory. Trips to the left again. Ball in the right center of the field this time, just inside the right hash mark. Grace Gate showing blitz off the left edge this time for the Thunderbolts. This is snap. Brinkley steps back in the pocket, fires down the sideline. He's going for it all, and it is caught, but I think he's out of bounds. They're going to say touchdown. There's no way he had his feet in. He fell out of bounds, but they're signaling touchdown. Now one of the other referees coming over, talking over, are you sure? He didn't have his feet in. He fell out of bounds. That should be incomplete all the way here. Now they're discussing it, and they are going to say touchdown. Now we'll rely on those that are watching the live stream. Joe and I don't have that capability up here to see if he was in bounds, but I thought he fell out of bounds with his shoulder. I don't think he ever had his feet in. It's a touchdown.
From our opinion, the fact that he held onto the ball, I think, is what sold it, Jim. He just kind of put it up there and said, look, I got it.
Kick is up, and it is good. 6:06 to go here in the first half. Flag is down, though. Flag is down. We'll hold it here for a moment.
Well, Emery Taylor hit the kicker, so they're going to get 15 on the... I think they have the choice of taking it now or taking it...
Yeah, they could roll the dice and take to half the distance here, or take it on the kickoff. Boy, to me in live action, he caught that ball in the air and fell out of bounds. I don't know that he had a foot down, but they said he held on. He did hold on to it. There's no question about that, and that was the signal. Now, there was a discussion along the sideline between the two officials, and whatever they discussed, they agreed, and they called it a touchdown. Still working out this penalty here. Running into the kicker by the Thunderwolves. They're going to decline it. Point after is good, and they've wasted all of our timeout time here by discussing that, so we don't have time to go to a break here, so we're going to get right back to action, so we owe you one. 10-3, Buffalo's on top.
Whether it was or it wasn't, we don't know, but it's 10-3.
It was a good delivery, that's for sure. Buffaloes, they rolled the dice on that drive, going for it.
That big fourth down, Jim.
In the middle of the field, and they converted, and then they get the touchdown pass up the right sideline. Here's the kickoff. Into win. Thunderbolts might have a chance for a return here. Wise is going to take it about 4 yards deep, but now he wasn't running forward when he caught it. He was kind of running toward the sidelines in the end zone, so he just takes the knee, and the ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Now the pressure on the Thunderbolts offense, as their defense has given up the touchdown here. Now they need to answer here. Thunderbolts have moved the ball in this ball game, but it's been good between the 30s, I guess you'd say, Joe. Once they get inside the 30, they've broken down.
They don't have enough men on the field, do they? There's only 10 players on the offense.
That's all I count. Going to run the play. Thompson back in there, gives it to Bernard up there. That looked like a face mask in there as Bernard's head kind of jerked around, but maybe they had him by the shoulder pad there or something, flung him backwards. Gain of a couple. So the touchdown grab by Epi Enriquez, the 33-yarder from Ethan Brinkley, has got the Buffaloes on top here, 10-3, 5:45 to go in the first half. Kalen Anderson going to split wide to the right here. Kind of a hush over the crowd here. Double tight end set left.
Thompson back in at quarterback.
There's movement along the line of scrimmage.
Everybody went except the center, so it's going to see who they call that on. The umpire's calling him in because I think the defense went first.
And it's almost like the center, when he saw him offside, just snapped the ball to AJ to get the call. But if that's the case, they shouldn't have blown the whistle. They should have let live action go. There was never any contact by West Texas A&M. But I think that was a planned play by the center, but now they're going to say snap infraction here. They're going to call it against the Thunderwolves.
Called on Spencer Nates, the left guard.
It was definitely weird, that's for sure. So it's going to be 2nd and 12 now for the Thunderwolves. Clock rolls. We're down to 5:22 to go here in the first half. Thunderwolves trail it 10-3. AJ comes up under center this time. McDonald the lone back. They got a wide out to each side. Fordsman wide to the left. That's Eckhoff in motion. Resets on the right side. They fake the draw. Thompson under pressure. Gets the pass away. It's deflected. And it falls incomplete. Flag is down. It's going to be roughing the passer here as they drove A.J. Thompson into the ground. I think the contact was on time by Wilrich, but he drove A.J. into the ground here. I think it's going to be the call. It's going to be roughing the passer on West Texas A&M.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. 93 defense. 15-yard penalty. On that first down.
6'1", 300. That's all you need to know.
And Wilrich, he was there on time, but he kind of followed through, Joe, like we said, and they just more or less, when they drive the quarterback into the ground, that's a no-no. So it's 1st and 10 Thunderwolves. They get a reprieve here. They're out to their own 38-yard line. The big freshman, Morgan Smith, is in the slot to the left. He's the extra tight end in this set. They run the draw play. Left side to Bernard. Cuts through there across the 40, 45, 46-yard line.
Who's still not down. Now the whistle.
Yeah, he may even get the 47-yard line as he kind of rolled over the top of the pile and gets that extra yard. So it'll be a gain of 9, 2nd down and 1. 4:50 to go here. First half, 10-3, West Texas A&M.
I love his explosiveness as soon as he gets the ball. He's hitting holes harder than he's ever hit them.
Way we thought this game would evolve. We knew there were going to be some big plays, but both these defenses are pretty good. Here is the freshman in motion to the right. They give it again. This is Michi. He's got the first down and more. He's across midfield. They just shove him forward. He's inside the 45, down to the 44. They may say the play is stopped, though, at the 45. Nonetheless, it's a gain of 8. 1st and 10 for the Thunderwolves again into Buffalo territory. They've been there on every drive today.
Just physical football, and it's nice to see Austin Michi just get that chance. Jim and I have been a big fan of Austin since he covered him in high school, at Coronado High School in Colorado Springs.
Yeah, he's a redshirt freshman. Had to sit out last year, of course, under his redshirt year. But he has built himself up, and he's got those wheels. Eckhoff in motion, resets on the right side. They show blitz up the middle. They hand it to Michi off the left side. Right behind those tacklers, fights forward. He's down to the 41-yard line. We've got, one of the players for the Buffalo's helmet came off. That was Dalen Young, and he'll have to slowly saunter toward the sideline. He's not in any big hurry.
No, he doesn't like this rule. He wants to play football.
I'd be ticked off. He's probably saying, hey, my helmet came off for a reason. You might call one of their linemen for ripping my lid off. It's a gain of 4, 2nd down and 6 from the 41-yard line. Bernard McDonald back in.
He walked all the way off the field. Did not jog one step.
Well, he's saving energy. We got 3 tight ends on this set. And they fake it to Bernard. They look left now. Thompson flush from the pocket. Tries to get forward. He gets back to about the 43. It'll be a sack. He's going to lose 2 on the play. I think he wanted to come to the left side to either Eckhoff or the tight end Morgan Smith, but they were both covered up, and when he couldn't get it there, the pressure just got to him there. When you have a double or triple tight end set, Joe, it draws a lot of attention in the center of the field.
Well, and what I wanted to see A.J. Thompson do is go. We've heard about all this great speed because he is a very great athlete. But just when he hesitates, he loses that edge.
That allows the line to pinch in on him here. Trips to the right. 3rd and 8. Oh, boy, a little lean there by McDonald to get away with it. A.J. steps up in the pocket. He's fired down, and he fumbled the football. It's loose, and it looks like it's a scramble in the middle of the field. And maybe one of the linemen for the Thunderbolts able to outfight.
Yeah, he just reached back and grabbed the ball.
Ty Robertson for West Texas A&M had a shot at it, but somehow the Thunderbolts covered up. But it is another sack. It'll be 4th down. And now Buffaloes will take a timeout here with 2:24 to go. Preserve some time for another chance here late in this half. We'll take a quick 30-second timeout. Thunderwolves down in the game, 10-3 on Fox Sports Pueblo.
CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
Well, once again, the Thunderwolves, another promising drive that goes up in flames once they get into Buffalo territory. Now, you got to give a little credit to this good defense for West Texas A&M, but the Thunderbolts got to find a way to make plays in plus territory. And one football away here. Tanner Kuda, and it's blocked! And it is scooped up at the 40. Foot race up the sideline. Inside the 20. Nice cut back inside, but he stepped out of bounds. Michael Riston taking him down, but it's recovered or taken all the way down to the 14-yard line. So poor play on special teams by the Thunderbolts there as they get in and block the punt. And that's not supposed to happen in the modern era of football, Joe, where they have these three guys in the backfield. It's a short set. They don't set up 15 yards deep anymore. They set up about 11 yards deep, and you have those three guys in front. They're not supposed to be able to get to him.
Well, Merriweather blocked the punt and recovered.
So now West Texas A&M in business here at the 14-yard line of the Thunderwolves.
Good use of a timeout by Mike Nesbitt.
Brinkley from the gun. Has Pay on his right hip. Trips to the left. Single wide out right. Takes the snap. Here comes pressure. Flushed. And he goes down. He's sacked back at the 18-yard line.
Looks like it was Brock Davey.
Brock Davis, the Aussie.
Oh, excuse me. Ryan Merrill.
Yeah, there you go. Ryan Merrill. And not getting the start anymore, but he's in the game here and does get the sack back at the 17-yard line. So a loss of 3. It'll be second down and 13. Pay on the right hip this time. Up Brinkley. Takes the snap. Fires right. Incomplete. His receiver slipped. It was the touchdown maker, Epi Enriquez, and he slipped down. So now it will be 3rd and 13 for the Buffaloes here. Thunderbolts making a lot of substitutions here on defense. Jackson Wibbles into the ball game, the true freshman out of Pine Creek.
And Tanner Draper.
Press coverage here on the right side of the formation, and they get right up at the grill of Enriquez.
Watch for Pay here. This is the middle of the field's wide open.
Brinkley takes the snap, gives it to Pay, and he falls forward for maybe a yard. Actually, just gets back to the line of scrimmage. When you take a look at it, they're going to mark it at the 17-yard line. So now the Thunderbolts should take a timeout. But they're letting time roll off the clock here. It's 4th down.
They're thinking about going for it. They could put the dagger in right now rather than just chip away.
I still say that they're just doing this to run clock here. The Thunderbolts should take the timeout here. You got to have confidence in your defense to stop them on 4th and 13. Instead, they're just letting any chance of getting a score before the end of the half fritter away here. West Texas A&M, I guarantee you, Joe, they're just letting the clock run down here, and they're going to take a timeout when there's 1 on the play clock and send the field goal unit.
Yeah, I think you're right, Jim.
That's what they do. We're down to 54 seconds to go. We'll take a timeout. 10-3. West Texas on top on Fox Sports Pueblo. Instead, we'll keep it right here. We won't go to a timeout. We'll keep it right here. 10-3 our score. Thunderbolts electing not to take the timeout there, letting the clock roll. West Texas A&M, I'd be shocked, Joe, if they send the offense back out here and go for it on 4th down and 13. They need the 4-yard line for the 1st and goal.
Well, we've seen some gambling in this series between both teams.
Well, the gamble on the last drive, right in the middle of the field when they went for it on 4th down and 4 instead of punting it.
I like both coaches. Sometimes when they play in this game, they like that mentality and hollow balls out.
Yeah, as expected. He's a good kicker.
And this is only a 34-yarder, so.
And the breeze has calmed down substantially here. What breeze there is, he's going to be hurt by it a little bit. Ball's on the right hash mark. High snap, but it's handled. Kick is on the way. And it is good. 52.3 seconds to go here in the first half. Another score for the Buffaloes. They lead it 13-3. Timeout on the field on Fox Sports Pueblo. Texas A&M takes advantage of the block punt. They don't get to 6, but they hold on to it, run enough clock off, and now they get the field goal, and they lead it 13-3. Thunderbolts might have a chance to return one here.
kick on the way. He bangs into it, sends it into the end zone. Wise going to have a chance. So he takes the knee. Well, he's only about 3 or 4 yards deep in the end zone. I thought Daniel might try to make a play there, but instead he takes the knee. No time runs off the clock, so the Thunderbolts will take over at their own 25-yard line. The breeze we have, they say officially it's out of the east, but it feels more like the southeast. So if it's helping at all, it'd be helping go in this direction. The Thunderbolts are here in the second quarter.
52 seconds, 2 timeouts. See, now, if you're going to try and get in and you're going to pick your way down the field, you think you want Rex Dowson in there, the quarterback, and not A.J. Thompson.
Instead, they go to a double wide out to the right. Wise is wide to the right. So goes to Washington in the slot to the right. Bernard the lone back. I'm guessing draw play. And they do give it to Bernard. Off the right side, cuts it to the outside, and he gets forward for about 2 yards on the play. The reason I say draw play, Joe, if you're not going to gamble and take a chance by taking the timeout late there in the first half, then it tells me you're going to send your offense out there and be very conservative, and that's what the Thunderbolts are doing right here, is they're not even in any hurry at all.
And West Texas gets the ball to start the second half. They're going to be very comfortable up 2 scores with the ball coming out of the locker room.
Wise splits wide to the left. A.J. under center. We're down to 15 seconds to go now in the first half. And again, it'll be Bernard off the left side. Jogs toward the sideline. Now cuts it up across the 35. Hurdles his way out of bounds. Up to the 38-yard line. A nice carry on the play. Picks up 9. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Thunderbolts, but only 6.9 seconds to go now here in the first half. Well, the 2 biggest plays of the first half belong to West Texas A&M. The 33-yard touchdown strike from Ethan Brinkley to Epi Enriquez, and then the block punt. That's been the difference. A.J. under center here. Boyd in motion. He'll reset, and he'll just give it to Bernard again off the left side. Cuts it up the sideline across the 45. Knocked down at the 48. They stopped the clock as he got enough for the first down, so the clock stops with 0.9 seconds to go. Or Thunderbolts could take the timeout, I guess, and try a Hail Mary here, but looks like they're just going to set the chains and wind the clock, and that will be it. Thunderbolts do not take the timeout. They should wind the clock. Well, I guess under 2 minutes, the clock stays stopped. Under the timing rules. Beg your pardon. Before the final 2 minutes, they wind the clock once the ball's put back in play. So Thunderbolts do have the one final play here. And they'll give it to Bernard one final time. He tries to cut it outside. He's across the 50 and knocked down at the 49-yard line, and that will do it for the first half. So the Thunderbolts trail it. West Texas A&M, good defensive effort, but the Thunderbolts gave them a little help along the way. Halftime from the Thunderbowl. West Texas A&M leads it 13-3. Extended halftime coming up next here on Fox Sports Pueblo.
CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
And welcome back to the Neta and DeRose Thunderbowl. They had the dedication to the new weight training facility here, and a nice touch. They named it after their defensive back coach, Donnell Liamidi. It's the Liamidi Strength Center now, and they said because he has that warrior mentality, and those that don't know the story of Donnell Liamidi, they're probably not really that close to CSU Pueblo, but those that are know that he's battled a number of health issues, a cancer survivor, and he's overcome a couple of different bouts with it, and he's like his fighting spirit, his warrior mentality, and that's the reason they've done him the high honor of putting his name on the facility. So we had that dedication here. We're entertained by the Thunderbolts band, and now the Mighty Mites are out there with the cheerleaders here at this extended halftime. We're still about 14 minutes away from the second half. We'll give you the summary of the first half. West Texas A&M got the scoring going with Connor Hollabaugh, 43-yard field goal. It capped a 10-play, 47-yard drive. It came with 4:52 to go in the first quarter. It's 3-0 at that point. Thunderbolts then marched back 8 plays, 48 yards. The drive stalled, but they brought in their freshman kicker, Nathan Taylor, who banged home a 44-yard field goal into the wind to tie the game up at 3-3, and that's where we finished the first quarter. We moved on into the second quarter. West Texas A&M 9-play, 69-yard drive before the drive stalled out. And they brought on, or actually it was not stalled out. That was when Epi Henriquez caught a 33-yard touchdown pass up the right sideline. Kind of conferred with some of the people in the other press box facility, and looking at the replay, they say, yeah, we think his foot was in. So when I questioned it on the field, I thought his foot wasn't down and his body fell out of bounds. The opinion is those that have seen the tape say that Enriquez indeed did look to have a foot down. They said it was real close, but they said the call was probably right on the field. It doesn't matter. Whatever the referee says, that's the way it's going to be. Extra point was good. And with 3:32 to go in the first half, it was 10-3. Thunderbolts came back on their next drive, stalled out, had the punt, but they had the punt blocked, and it was scooped up and returned all the way down to the 14-yard line. A couple of negative plays, then made it 4th down. They brought on Connor Hollabaugh again, this time from 34 yards out with 1:23 to go in the first half. The field goal was good, making it 13-3, and that's where we sit here at halftime. First half numbers. First downs, Thunderbolts actually with more than West Texas A&M, 11-7. They've outgained them on the ground, 150 yards on the ground to only 54 for West Texas A&M. West Texas A&M with 69 yards passing. Thunderbolts with only 36. So total offense, Thunderbolts with 186 yards to only 123 for West Texas A&M. But they don't count yards, they count points, and the Thunderbolts trail at 13-3. Some of the individual numbers in the first half: Bernard McDonald, 17 carries for 120 yards, averaging 7.1 yards a carry. Michia did a nice job, 4 carries for 32. Dort with 1 carry for 5 for the Buffaloes. Devin Pay, 11 carries for 58 yards. Did have a long run of 23. He averaged 5.3 yards per carry. Trent Canyon, 1 for 11. Ethan Brinkley, 2 for a loss of 15 on the sack yardage. Through the air, Thompson, 4 of 7, had the interception, 17 yards. He was sacked 3 times in the first half as well. Rex Dowson came out of the bench. He was 3 for 3 for 19 yards. But he wasn't able to convert a key 3rd down late in that, or midway through that first half, and that's when the Thunderbolts came on and missed a field goal attempt. Brinkley, 7 of 12 for the 1 touchdown, the 33-yard strike to Enriquez, 69 yards through the air. Osha Washington, 2 for 7. Forsgren, 2 for 7. Smith caught 1 for 16, the big tight end. Eric Eckhoff, 1 for 5. Enriquez, 3 for 48, and the touchdown for the Buffaloes. Daniels, 1 for 7. Smith, 1 for 4. Some of the defensive numbers in the first half: Devontae Merriweather with 6 tackles, McDonald with 4, Tolliver with 4, Williams with 4 for the Buffaloes. Brandon Payer with a good first half. He had 6 tackles, 4 of them unassisted for the Thunderbolts. Sam Singleton with 5, Shangolo and Kelly with 3 apiece. Take this time out. We'll come back with more. We'll give you a quick scoreboard rundown of what's going on around the country. Right here at the Thunderbowl, it's 13-3 West Texas A&M on Fox Sports Pueblo.
Csu Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
And welcome back to the Thunderbowl. It's 13-3 West Texas A&M with the 10-point lead here at halftime. They will get the ball first to start the second half. Let's give you a rundown of what's going on around college football on this Saturday afternoon and evening. Of local note, CU, they knocked off Idaho State today, 56-7. They led it 49-0 at halftime before coasting to the 56-7 win. Up at the Air Force Academy today, the Falcons continue their winning ways against lackluster opponents. They win at 48-14 today over Georgia State. CSU Fort Collins, they get a win today. Kind of a hard-fought win, but they do win it over University of Texas San Antonio, 23-14, the final there. Let's check on the other school of local interest in the big boy football. Northern Colorado with a 42-35 win, or lead actually, over Abilene Christian. That's a wild one. That's still 12-19 to go in the third quarter. It was 35-28 Bears at the halftime break. On RMAC action today,
try to get my computer to refresh here. We know that Mines won. They continue their winning ways after knocking out the Thunderbolts last week. They defeat New Mexico Highlands today. The final score down in Las Vegas, 54-14. The final score there. Other ball games today, Colorado Mesa over Chadron State, 47-33. Western State takes out Adams State, 56-25. Black Hill State runs their record to 2-0. They defeat Fort Lewis, a wild one today down in Durango, 39-36, the final there. South Dakota Mines, that's the opponent next week for the Thunderbolts as they defeat William Jewell College today, 64-41. But actually, that was last week for South Dakota Mines. Beg your pardon. They were on a bye this week. Division II college football today. We have a few scores to pass your way here. Northwest Missouri. This game actually took place on Thursday or Friday. I'm not sure. Can't remember. Northwest Missouri knocked off Washburn 41-7. In action tonight, West Georgia, they lead Miles early on 3-0. Lake Erie's at Grand Valley. I don't have a report on that one yet. Bemidji State's at Minnesota State. Wayne State's at number 5, Ashland. Number 7, Ferris State, they were upset today by Michigan Tech 30-28. Number 8, Central Missouri, they knocked off Fort Hays 31-17. Number 15, Slippery Rock. They were defeated by number 25, Westchester today, 36-28. Number 19, Augustana, all over University of Mary, 36-0. Now we go to top 25 college football today. Games in progress right now. Miami of Florida over Florida Atlantic 38-10. That's a fourth quarter score. Oklahoma over Louisiana Monroe 45-7. Number 11 Texas over UTEP 27-7. That's a third quarter score. Arkansas leads number 15 TCU 20-7 in the third quarter. Halftime score, Iowa in the battle of in-state rivals over Iowa State 28-3. Second quarter score, LSU only a 6-3 lead over Jacksonville State. Second quarter score, the game taking place at the Big Speedway today. Tennessee trails Virginia Tech 14-13 midway through the second quarter. Our old buddy Bryant Johnson, the voice of Nicholls State. The Colonels gave Georgia all they could handle today before falling. Number 9 Georgia 26-24 over Nicholls State. Oregon takes on Virginia later tonight. Here's some finals. Number 5 Michigan over Central Florida 51-14. Number 6 Houston over Lamar 42-0. Number 20 Texas A&M all over Prairie View A&M 67-0. Most wild finish of the day. Central Michigan throws a Hail Mary with a lateral tacked on at the end. The final play of the game as they defeat Oklahoma State today in Stillwater 30-27. If you haven't seen that play, you got to find it on YouTube or watch the highlights later on tonight. It was an amazing play. Number 3 Florida State over Charleston Southern 52-8. Number 2 Clemson defeats Troy. A lot closer than you would expect, 30-24 there. Number 18 Notre Dame bounces back with a 39-10 win over Nevada. Number 4 Ohio State, they were pushed early. It was 3-3 at the end of the first quarter, but they roll over Tulsa 48-3. Number 23 Baylor over Southern Methodist 40-13. Number 1 Alabama over Western Kentucky 38-10. Number 10 Wisconsin 54-10 over the Zips of Akron. Ole Miss 38-13 over Wofford. Number 8, Washington, 59-14 over Idaho. Not a good day for the state of Idaho today, as Idaho and Idaho State get pasted. Syracuse, they fall to number 13, Louisville, 62-28. There's your look at scores from around the country. We're back with a second half kickoff in 2 minutes. Here, it's West Texas A&M 13, Csu Pueblo 3 on Fox Sports Pueblo.
CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
Second half is underway. And the Thunderwolves get great coverage on the kickoff, and they pin the Buffaloes deep back at their own 8-yard line. The kickoff did not make it to the end zone, but the Thunderwolves with great coverage there, Joe. That's a good way to start this second half.
I was just trying to see what the number of the truck that was as Tevin Donnell, the redshirt freshman defensive back. He blew that play up. They needed a big play to start the second half, and they got one.
See if that lights a fire under the Thunderwolves. Defense played well in the first half. You can't really fault them. Did give up the one big play for the 33-yard touchdown, but other than that, Only held him to 120 yards total offense. Here is Brinkley from the gun. Takes the snap. Steps into the end zone. Now steps out, comes across the middle. Ball's caught up around the 10-yard line. Getting forward out to around the 15. Big hit there. It's a nice gain on the play. Close to 7 on the play. Paying a heck of a price that time, Riley Smith. He did a lot of running that time, Joe, but as we say, East and West doesn't get done much. So gain of 7, 2nd and 3. Ball on the right hash mark. Brinkley with Pay on his right hip. He has trips to the left. Home wide out to the right. That's Enriquez. It's been their standard formation in this ball game. Snap, straight drop back. Here comes pressure up the middle. Flushed. Pass over the middle. Caught in a big hit and holding on out across the 25 to the 27-yard line. Nice grab by Jaquarius Daniels. Payer and Henry put a pretty good lick on him there, but he held on. That gets him out of a big hole.
I see the intensity is turned up on both sides of the football, Jim.
Yeah, the offense coming out making plays right away.
Defense coming out popping.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line for the Buffaloes. He takes the snap. Quick pass out in the flat. Caught. Nice move by Enriquez. Boy, you got to be careful when he makes that quick move. Gets up the sideline. He's close to another first down. I think his knee was down, though. They are going to mark him at the 37. So gain of 9, 2nd down and a yard. That's easy money.
Brandon Henry gambled on the play as a corner. He was one-on-one, and he missed the tackle.
2nd and a yard. Brinkley from the gun. He has Pay on his right hip. Ball again on the right hash mark. They even it out with a double wide out to each side this time. And they give it to Pay off the left side. He's got the first down and more across the board. Nice cut to the outside. Sets up the block. He's across midfield into Thunderwolves territory down to the 48-yard line. So all that good feeling you had pinning him deep on the kickoff is gone now as the Buffaloes are on the move into Thunderwolves territory.
Took him 4 plays to get 50 yards.
This time Pay on the left hip of Brinkley. Ball's on the left hash mark. Trips to the right this time. Takes the snap, straight drop back, steps into the pocket, going down the left sideline, and he overthrows his receiver. The intended receiver on the far side there, Joe, tried to come over the middle. We got a flag down in the middle of the field here. It might be a hold on West Texas A&M. We'll see.
Could be illegal hands to the face. Leon Sizer's lid came off.
Get the call here.
West Texas is marching back.
Call.
Personal foul. Hands to the face. 62 offense. 15-yard penalty. Still first down. Number 52 in defense. Came off, but he's not going to sit out 1 play for a foul.
62 Garrett Newman on the penalty. 15-yard mark off. So it's 1st and 25 now. Thunderwolves 5 men up at the line of scrimmage here. Nobody really down in the set position here. Like they're all going to come flying in there. And instead, he runs a keeper here out across the 40. He slides down at the 43-yard line. They're going to mark him at the 42 where he started the slide, where he gave himself up. Thunderwolves thought it was going to Pay, and Brinkley kept it there.
Let him run all day, Jim. He can run all his. He can take it as much as he wants. I'll take that.
Yeah, gain of 6 on the play. It'll be 2nd down now and 19 for the Buffaloes. Thunderwolves more conventional here. They're going to rush 3. Maybe send somebody off the edge here. There's Gray creeping up on the line of scrimmage. He does come. They run a safety blitz. Here it comes, and he just dumps it. That's got to be grounding. Yeah, nobody in the area. Who is he trying to get it to? Maybe, perhaps, Riley Smith.
But, I mean, he didn't get it to the line of scrimmage. He threw it to a lineman. That's illegal touching. There was nobody in the area.
Well, I saw Riley Smith maybe 5 yards away from the ball. I guess you could try to make the argument that he was in the area. So it's 3rd down now and 19 for the Buffaloes. Sizer racing off the field here for the Thunderwolves as they bring their speed package in on defense.
We want to try to get some pressure again here on Brinkley. Make him dump it in a hurry. Stop him short of the sticks here. Here comes pressure up the middle. They pick it up. They get it to Pay on the left side. They got something down that left side. Pay puts his head down.
There had to be a little...
And he gets it to the 44-yard line, so it's going to be 4th down and 6 now. The Buffaloes went for it earlier in the ball game, about the same territory on 4th and 4. This time it's 4th and 6, and they're not sending the punt unit out. They're going to go for it.
Going for the kill shot, Jim.
Thunderbolts a little confused here on defense. They look around for the call. Now they're going to send the punt team in. If they wanted to get the look from the defense, they decide at the last minute to send the punt team out. Now they're going to try to catch the Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts going to have to take a timeout here, but they're going to let them get the people out on the field. The umpire stands.
Well, they substituted as well.
You got to allow the Thunderbolts to sub. Here's the snap. Kick is away. High kick. Nice pushing it toward the sideline. Hits at the 14, and Wise catches it, but immediately steps out of bounds right at the 10-yard line. So all in all, that's a win for West Texas A&M in the grand scheme of things, Joe. When you take over at your own 8-yard line, and you give it back to the Thunderbolts, but now the Thunderbolts have to start from their 10, so it's their turn to try to move it from deep from in their own territory. A lot of interest to see who would be the quarterback to start this second half. It's still going to be A.J. Thompson. And we talk about the wind. It's calmed down substantially. It's probably down into the single digits now. We started the game at about a 12-mile-an-hour wind with a few gusts higher than that. A.J. going to run it from the pistol this time. He has Bernard right behind him. Trips to the double wide out right, single wide out left. They give it to Bernard. He is hit in the backfield. Fights forward to get it just to where it might be no gain, maybe a loss of a yard on the play. They're going to mark it at the 9. It'll be 2nd down and 11.
Great job by West Texas defensive front just blowing that up.
Yeah, there was no respect whatsoever for any type of pass play. They were all coming right up the middle that time. The Thunderbolts went to kind of a delay, a little bit of a quick draw play, and Bernard had nowhere to go. So it's 2nd and 11. AJ's going to have to loosen them up at some point here. Double wide out right, single wide out left. Ball just inside the left hash mark. AJ straight drop back, steps up in the pocket, pump fake, doesn't get rid of it. Now rolls to his right, comes back across the middle, intercepted. Inside the 15, 10, 5, touchdown Buffaloes. Ill-advised flip that time by AJ, trying to make a play, rolling outside the pocket, and he threw it right into the hands of the West Texas defender, and it's a quick 6 for the Buffaloes. And quickly on the sideline, you see both backup quarterbacks start to fire.
That's just... You can't throw back across the middle late, across your body. He avoids everyone. He avoided John Riston. He avoided Gordy Shaw. He avoided everyone.
Extra point attempt upcoming here. Connor Hollabaugh has been good in this game. Kick is up, and it is good. 10:15 to go here in the third quarter. West Texas A&M, they strike again, this time on defense. They lead it 20-3 on Fox Sports Pueblo.
CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
Austin Williams, Johnny on the spot for the interception return. Officially, it goes down as a 16-yard INT return. As once again, as Joe mentioned, you can't throw it across your body late into the middle of play. If you're going to throw it late, throw it toward the sideline. But he thought he had something working across the middle. But, you know, AJ's not that accurate a passer to begin with. And when you start trying to throw it across your body over the middle against the grain, then you're really in trouble.
They talk about decision making, and that's why he's in there. They need somebody to manage the game.
Well, ball hits the crossbar on the kickoff, so it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Thunderbolts will make the change at quarterback now. It will be Rex Dowson coming into the ball game. So what you've set it up now for Rex Dowson, you're down 20-3 in the game. But the thing is, you can't try to get it all back in one chunk. You got to, as Joe says, manage the game. You got to keep the running game going, but eventually now you know you're going to have to make some plays in the passing game, and if there's anybody that can do it, it'd be Rex Dowson. He has got a gun on him.
But West Texas now knows you have to throw the football. So watch the pressure that they put on him from out front with these four rushers.
From the gun, straight drop back. Now he'll roll the pocket left, fires ahead, and it's incomplete. Here came the pressure. And the pass delivered low and outside to Cole Forsgren. So it's incomplete. It'll be second down and 10 from the 25-yard line. Well, you know, this defensive unit of West Texas A&M, they played good last week. They were victim of their own offense turning the ball over. They eventually lost 28-10 to Azusa Pacific. But they held Azusa Pacific to only about 220 yards offense in the game. So they're very capable, and we've seen it in this game. They've got to smell blood right now. From the pistol, here's Dowson. He'll take the snap. He gives it to Bernard off the left side. He's got an opening across the 30, 35, 40, 45. He's knocked out of bounds. Had one man to beat. It was a saving tackle by Devontae Merriweather. This is a preseason All-American candidate, Merriweather, and he had to save the day that time for the Buffaloes, but it's a big gain of 20 out to the 45-yard line.
Got a player from West Texas A&M down.
Yes, back here at the 30-yard line. Let's see if we can find out who it is. He's got a 4 on his back. I can't see the other number here.
I'm guessing it's Cotton McDonald, the defensive back.
Yep, that is indeed who it is. Junior.
You know,
Hazlet, Texas.
This is not a panic situation. You're 2 touchdowns down, plus
a field goal.
A field. Then there's my math skills. But you can still run the football, and you have to run the football.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can't. There's no such thing as a 17-point play. You got to try to get a good drive. First of all, get some first downs. They get the initial one here. But they've been pretty good in the ball game running the football. 150 yards is a good number at halftime against any defense.
Well, he's close to 170 now, but now he's on the sideline talking to the trainer, Nick Foreman.
Yeah, they're looking at that left leg, like his left foot, or maybe a hammy. That's not good. That means he'll be Austin Meachie coming in the ball game. Plus, we'll also see some of Fredlet Dort. See who they bring in first of all. The injured player is up, and it is Colton McDonald. He is a 208-pound junior out of Hazlet, Texas. Putting plenty of weight on that foot. Looks like he might have rolled his right ankle the way it looks, but he's moving pretty good. Now he kind of pulls up a little bit. Still mostly under his own power and being escorted by a couple of the training staff here.
Looks like Dort's in the football game now at tailback.
Yeah, they will bring
and not Meachie.
It's first and 10 from the 45-yard line. Eckhoff in motion, resets. They run the draw play to Dort up the middle. Big hole. He's across midfield. 45-40. Up the middle of the field. 35. 30-yard line. Fredlet Dort. They love this kid. He's kind of one of those program guys that came in here, was a walk-on, kept battling. He's finally worked himself into a scholarship. And now he's got a chance to really make a mark on this game here. He gets a huge carry all the way down to the 30-yard line. Pick up a 25 on the play. (20-3). West Texas A&M on top. Dowson under center. Brings a man in motion, resets. That's Eckhoff. They give it to Dort off the left side. Hit in the backfield. Now spun around, and he's going to go down for a loss of 4 all the way back to the 34-yard line.
Well, they get 11 on defense, and 6 West Texas players made that tackle.
Yeah, they fought through, and all the lead blockers for the Thunderbolts were moving their way up the sideline. The problem is, it was kind of like the old A block there. They let everybody through. So now it's going to put Dowson under some pressure. This has been the story of the game for the Thunderbolts. They've been good in this game between the 30s, but once they get down here into scoring territory, they bog down. I don't think they've been in the red zone yet in this game. Dowson under center here. Straight drop back. Heavy blitz up the middle. And he gets away. He's got a room up the sideline. Nice cut back inside. Breaks the tackle, and he's across the 30 down to about the 27-yard line. Good run that time by Rex Dowson. Heavy pressure. They sent 6 right up the middle that time.
Yep, they sent the house.
They're spotted at the 28, so it's going to bring up 3rd down and 8. 4-down territory here for the Thunderbolts, you got to believe. Osha Washington comes into the game. Forsgren is in. He's going to go wide to the left.
Oshawashing going to split wide to the right along with Daniel Wise. Michi into the game. He plays tailback. Dowson now trying to audible. Now he's going to call timeout. They weren't quite in the right set. Play clock was down to 2. So timeout on the field. 7:46 to go here in the third quarter. West Texas leads it 20-3 on Fox Sports Pueblo.
CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
20-3. West Texas A&M with the lead. Thunderbolts facing a 3rd down and 8 here from the Buffalo 28-yard line. Michi in the game. He'll play the tailback. Dowson from the pistol this time. Double wide out right, single wide out left. Dowson takes the snap. They rush 3 over the middle. Ball's dropped. Had the tight end. Then he takes a big shot at the end of the play. Thought that might be one of those late hits on a defenseless receiver, but that had been a little ticky-tack. Tried to get it to Boyd, and Boyd unable to hold on. Now they'll send the field goal unit in here on 4th down and 8.
And this is no chip shot for Neta. This is a 45-yarder.
Breeze is really calmed down here, so it shouldn't affect this kick too much. Good snap, ball's down, kick on the way. Looks better this time, but did he hook it? Yes, he did. He snuck it outside the left upright that time. He hit a better kick than that last one he missed, but he hooked it again. So it's no good. So Thunderbolts again. Joe, they're moving the ball well between the 30s, but they bog down. They're unable to make those plays you need in scoring territory. I really do believe there, Boyd wouldn't have had the first down, but if he catches that, it's going to be 4th and about 2 or 3. They probably would have went for it, but instead on 4th and 8, they tried to get the field goal.
I believe you're correct, Jim.
So 1st and 10 for the Buffaloes now from their own 28-yard line. It's their second offensive possession of the second half. They moved it out of the shadow of their own goalposts on their first drive before punting the ball away. Here's Brinkley in the pocket, steps up, avoids pressure, gets away, and he slides down across the 30 to the 31-yard line, picks up 3. He's very smart, Joe Cagey. He's into self-preservation, which is a good thing.
He knows how he got in his start.
2nd and 7 here for the Buffaloes. Uneasy feeling at the Thunderbowl. They're not used to a regular season game going like this.
Well, the last time we covered a regular season loss, Jim, 2010.
That was
at home.
Nebraska Kearney came here, the eventual RMAC champions. That was a great game. Great drop back, looking right, firing right, and it's a low shot, incomplete. Threw a bouncing pass in there to Michael Andrews. So that brings up 3rd and long, 3rd and 7 for the Buffaloes. Thunderbolts defense needs to get off the field here.
To me, this is when Brinkley's at his best. And I wouldn't be surprised if Pay is involved in this play, Jim. He's so good and so strong.
Yeah, they've run a few little runs here on 3rd and long, and they've been successful. Trace Gray going to blitz off the right edge here. He's the only one coming here. Looks over the middle. Comes back to the outside. It's caught. Trying to break the tackle close to the first down, but I think he's going to be about a yard short. And again, it was Devin Pay, as Joe surmised, but he's going to be a yard short. So West Texas will keep their offense out there for the moment. They're going to line up. See if they go for it here.
They're not going to go for
Ultimate confidence in your defense if you do go for it. They're trying to draw the Thunderwolves offside here. And now they send the punt team out. They were trying to get a cheapie there, but now they send the punt unit out. So now with both teams racing their respective units out there, each team has a chance to get their right personnel out there before the umpire steps away. Thunderbolts came close to blocking a punt early on in the game. Kalen Anderson off the edge. Gets it away, though, the punter, and he kind of angles it out to the right. That's not going to be a very good punt by John Cummings. The line judge coming up the field, probably going to end up about the 35, maybe the 30. Oh, they're going to mark it right at the 35-yard line on the angle. So the defense holds for the Thunderwolves. Offense, they need 3 scores somehow in this ball game.
Michi in which tells me Bernard McDonald is not 100%. He's getting taped now.
Yeah, they're taping that left knee.
Or that left thigh, it almost looks like. I think he took a helmet in there, Jim.
So Dowson, the quarterback, he's up under center. Eckhoff in motion, resets. Take the draw. Dowson rolls right. Fires it in the flat ball. Deflected. Incomplete. Trying to get it to Eckhoff, who was the man in motion to that right side. 2nd down and 10 for the Thunderwolves. Thunderwolves needing a spark of some kind, but their main spark is on the sideline, and Bernard McDonald. Michi's in there. He's capable, but he's only a freshman. He's not Bernard McDonald, that's for sure. And they're going to run the draw play to Michi off the left side. He bumps into a tackler, breaks it, gets ahead, up to around the 40-yard line. Good hard. First down, 3rd and 5 upcoming for the Thunderwolves here with 5:35 to go in the 3rd quarter. Well, the first sort of regular season adversity this Thunderwolves ball club has faced, as Joe mentioned, since about 2010, here at home anyway, in the regular season. They did drop that game a couple years ago in the national championship season on the road at Fort Lewis.
And then last week.
Here's a straight drop back. Dowson over the middle, intercepted. Picked off and returned to about the 43-yard line, and that's that preseason All-American candidate, Merriweather. So it'll be West Texas A&M taking over at the 43-yard line of the Thunderwolves. It was a tight window, and Dowson tried to squeeze it in there, but he didn't account for Merriweather. Did a nice job. Kind of playing center field there, coming over and picking that one off. So 1st and 10 now for the Buffaloes. They got a chance to put this one away early. Here comes heavy pressure. They set up the screen, though. Hey, across the 40. 35. Cuts back. He's got the first down. As he's across the 35 down to the 32-yard line. Boy, they let the Thunderwolves line come through there. Good screen, though, as the blockers were out in front, and Pay took advantage.
At one point, in your mind, you're going to have to realize, hey, wait, this is too easy.
1st and 10 for the Buffaloes. And again, it's Pay. Oh, big opening. 25, 20, 15, 10-yard line before he's knocked out of bounds. Flag is down, though. May come back here. May have a hold on West Texas A&M. That may be why the hole was so big off the left side. There was nobody over there for the Thunderwolves until the last line of defense. And it is going to come back here. The call's going to go against West Texas A&M. The call comes 8 yards.
They called on the wide receiver on the far outside.
Yeah, it's a spot foul, so he's going to pick up, looks like 8 on the play, and they're going to mark it off from the 24. So it'll be a net loss of 2. So a gain of 8 and then a loss of 10 with the penalty. So it's going to be a 1st down and 12 now for the Buffaloes. They lead it 20-3. Getting late in a hurry here. 4:30 to go in the 3rd quarter.
I think Dick Harmon just gave John Riston the news he did not want to hear.
Pass in the flat, caught. This is the reserve tailback trying to turn the corner. Does a nice job getting his shoulders squared all the way down to the 25-yard line. That's the freshman, Trent Canyon. This is a star in the making for West Texas A&M. He is a big body with speed. Brings up 2nd down now and 3 after the gain of 9 on the simple little screen pass out to the right side. Just a quick little flip.
You know, they tried to wrap Bernard McDonald's knee or leg and then just took it off.
Yeah, didn't work. And again, here's Canyon, the freshman. He's hit. This time he's going to lose a yard. Thunderwolves were ready that time. Trace Gray on the stop. Shangolo in there as well. So it'll be 3rd and 4 now for the Buffaloes here. 3:25 to go, 3rd quarter. 20-3. West Texas A&M with the lead. Brinkley from the gun. Makes the snap, bobbles it, regains, flips it out in the left flat. It's caught and getting forward for the first down. Boy, it looked like that play might not work because Brinkley had to bobble it, threw off the timing. But a better run on that left side by Leonce.
That's somebody John Riston liked, mentioned several times in pregame and earlier in the week.
So it's 1st and 10 Buffaloes from the 21-yard line of the Thunderwolves. We're under 3 minutes to go now here in the third quarter. West Texas A&M with the 20-3 lead. Brinkley from the shotgun. Calls the audible. Takes the snap. Gives it into the middle to Pitt. Oh, nice spin move. Inside the 15 down to the 13-yard line as Devin Pay back in the ball game. And you know, the reserve Canyon gives you that power, but Pay has that little something, Joe, that it factor.
Well,
there.
you know what he has? He's thick. And he's fast. It's not like he's shifty. He's just a big, thick running back.
Great feet, though. Great cuts. 2nd down and a long one. And again, it's Pay around the right side, and he's hit from behind. Still falls forward. We're going to lose a yard or two on the play. Back to the 15-yard line. So we'll bring up 3rd down now and 4. It goes without saying here, it must stop here with the Thunder. We got to hold them to no more than a field goal. I know the numbers. You get a touchdown and an extra point, you're still 3 touchdowns and 3 2-point conversions, but we know that's just a 50-50 play. So you got to stop them here to have any hope.
Look at the middle of the field is wide open.
Brinkley now might see that. He kind of called out a signal to one of his linemen.
Well, to me, that's Pay.
And they give it to Pay right up the middle, and it opens. Joe, you saw it. It's a big opening inside the 5 down to the 2-yard line. I think Joe's right on the money there. You can see Brinkley just kind of went up and kind of said,
look,
whispered
we're going to run it in the middle of the field because there's nobody there.
That's 1st and goal for the Buffaloes from the 2-yard line. And Brinkley going to keep it and walk into the end zone for the touchdown. He faked it to Pay, wrote it on his hip, and then just took it on in for the touchdown. And the Buffaloes now lead it 26-3 with 1:18 to go here in the third quarter.
Well, 2 interceptions. One led directly to a touchdown. One indirectly led to a touchdown.
And that starts the early exodus here from the Thunderbowl. Some have seen enough. In to try the extra point. Kick is blocked. They can run this back now for 2 if they pick it up in a hurry. Wise has it, but then he's tackled. Kind of stumbled when he went to grab. It's not Wise, I beg your pardon. That is Darius Williams who picks it up. But he's hauled down, so the try for the extra point fails. 1:18 to go here in the third quarter. 26-3, West Texas A&M on Fox Sports Pueblo.
CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
26-3, Thunderwolves trail it. West Texas A&M taking advantage of every opportunity they've had in this ball game. It's one thing to get breaks, but it's another thing to take advantage of, and that's what the Buffaloes have done in this game. And Brinkley, he's been dynamite, but his running back Pay, he's been great also. The kick drives it into the end zone, and Wise is going to run out of there with it this time. From the 5, 10, 15, 20, up the sideline. He gets a block, 25, out to the 29-yard line. I was wondering why, Wise kind of not wanting to do that earlier in the ball game, but now he realizes, hey, this may be the only chance we have to make a play.
Why not? Dowson's still in a quarterback. I'm guessing A.J. Thompson's night is through. Bernard McDonald has not gone back in. I'm guessing his night is through.
Yeah, he's got an upper leg injury on that left leg. It's either a hamstring or a knee or something. He taped it up, but it wasn't good enough to give him a go. He's had hamstring problems in the past. Dort, the running back. He gets the carry. He's hit immediately. Breaks one tackle. Gets forward for only a loss of a yard. He was hit deep in the backfield.
There is a mass exodus toward the exits.
Yeah, well, that means we got to be even sharper, Joe, because a lot of people flip that radio on when they get in the car.
Nothing sends you home earlier than a 23-point deficit with an entire quarter to go.
Thunderbolts fans have been spoiled the last few years. The Thunderbolts have put a great product on the field here, but this year it's been a struggle so far. Dowson from the pistol. Has Dort with him, straight drop back here. They're going to set up the screen. They get it to Dort. He's got something. 35. And, oh, he's blasted down. What a hit by the man who was injured earlier in the ball game. Colton McDonald. Well, good news, Buffalo fans. He's alive and well, and he just blasted Dort about 2 yards short of the first down at the 37-yard line.
That was a great hit.
So
a big safety.
A couple of Advil or some kind of...
He just, I
worked wonders.
But I think you said it right. I think he kind of rolled it, and once sometimes that's either going to really hurt you, or you'll just be able to walk it off.
And that is the end of the third quarter of play. Another good quarter for the Buffaloes. They put up 13. They increased their lead. They lead it 26-3. Back for the final quarter on Fox Sports Pueblo.
CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
Third and 2 for the Thunderwolves as we come back to the fourth and final quarter here. Dowsing going to roll the pocket right. Fires it ahead. Caught for the first down. Nice grab. Oh, and then a crunchy hit. Boy, I tell you what, somehow Wise held on to the ball after being lit up at the 45-yard line, but he's tough.
He's tough, but he just took himself out. He patted himself on the head and said, I got to take some input.
Yeah, exactly. Just shake the cobwebs loose after that one.
Gets a high five from John Riston. Says, thanks. Nice grab. He's shaking his head. That hurts.
First and 10, Thunderwolves from the 45-yard line. Of the Buffaloes. Buffaloes lead it 26-3 here as we start the fourth quarter. Dowson takes the snap. Here comes a good push up the middle. Running for his life is Dowson to the left side. Now we'll fling it up the sideline and throw it away.
Prettiest pass of the day.
So yeah, he did put a good bit of air under that one, didn't he? Look at those three guys that were chasing, four guys for West Texas A&M. They're huge up front, but they got some wheels as well. Now, the Thunderwolves were in this game early. They were moving it smartly. Had the game tied at 3 apiece, but the offense just unable to finish off any drives in this game. Then the block punt and the pick six have spelled their doom. Here's the handoff. Dort up the left side, out to about the 49-yard line. Picks up 4. It'll be third down and 6 now for the Thunderwolves.
Jim, they have not been inside the 25.
Yeah, I was going to say, I know they haven't been in the red zone, and the field goal came from the line of scrimmage was the 27, so that was a 44-yard attempt. They missed another couple of field goals in the 48, 49-yard range. So, yeah, they just never have punched the red zone, let alone inside the 25, I guess. Third down and 6. West Texas A&M, they're all up along the line of scrimmage. Here they come. Dowson stepping up, gets away initially, now looks ahead, fires it over the middle of the field. It's caught at the 20-yard line. There's that arm strength of Dowson as he gets it up the field for a big-time first down. Osho Washington, I believe. And it was Osho Washington up the middle of the field there to haul it in. There they are in the red zone. What a pass from Dowson on the run, running for his life. Well, I guess there's a difference when you throw it late over the middle across your body when you're Rex Dowson. He's got the arm to pull that one off. Michi into the game to play the tailback. Double wide out right, single wide out left. Dowson straight drop back, trying to set up the screen, comes back, wide receiver screen right side, breaking the tackle, getting outside, up the sideline is Kalen Anderson, and he's knocked out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. Kalen Anderson, of course, the younger brother of C.J. Anderson, the running back for the Broncos, who had such a great game on Thursday night. A couple of touchdowns in that thrilling win over the Panthers. Kalen, he's a senior. Out of Vallejo, California. Second year here on the CSU Pueblo campus. Didn't see much playing time last year. A little bit of special teams action. 2nd and 5. Michi is the lone back from the pistol is Dowson. Gives it to Michi off the right side. Big convoy inside the 10, but it's shut down in a hurry. Good, hard defense there by West Texas A&M, but Michi's very close to the first down. Boy, it looked like they had something working there, Joe. They had a good convoy. Somebody submarined in there to make the stop, and it is going to be just short of the first down, evidently.
And this is definitely 2-down territory.
Taking a long time to get the play call in here.
Well, it's not even down to, it's only at 30, though. They reset it by accident. But you need more than one score, so.
They bring O'Malley in the fullback. Dort is the I-back here on 3rd and 1. Might see Dowson just take a quarterback sneak here. Now we've got a whistle. Timeout taken by West Texas A&M. So we'll take one with them. 12:04 to go here in the 4th quarter. It's a 30-second timeout. 26-3 Buffaloes on Fox Sports Pueblo.
CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
Teams rush right out to the line of scrimmage here. 3rd and a yard from the 8-yard line here for the Thunderwolves. I formation, double tight end set. It's all power right here. Dowson quarterback sneak. And remember his brother Joe, how good he was at this. Ross Dowson, he was never stopped on a quarterback sneak. And Rex gets it down all the way to the 4-yard line.
Of course, his brother was a little bit bigger.
Yeah, a little taller.
A little thicker.
So it's 1st and goal now for the Thunderwolves from the 4-yard line here. They trail it 26-3. We're down to 11:50 to go in the 4th quarter. Thunderwolves need 3 touchdowns, 3 2-point conversions for a thrilling victory. It's a tall order, but you got to start somewhere. You need the first one. High formation. Dowson under center, hands it off to Dort off the left side, hurls his way into the end zone. Touchdown. Fredlet Dort gets on the board for the Thunderwolves, their first touchdown of the night. See if the Thunderwolves go for 2, or are they going to try to kick it here? I guess they want to get the first one in to make it a 16-point game.
But still a little too early to chase points because you're going to have to get some stops. A lot of things are going to have to happen.
But they do come out of their wild formation here. They line up everybody on the left side, and now they'll move back in as Forsgren is the holder. Now they bring everybody in. And McDonald, or Nathan Taylor rather, to try the extra point. High snap, but it's handled. Kick is up. And it is good. 11:33 to go here in the 4th quarter. Thunderwolves have some life. They get a touchdown. They're within 16. It's 26-10. West Texas A&M on Fox Sports Pueblo.
CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
Things are picking up around here, Joe, in more ways than one. 26-10. Thunderwolves within 16.
Signs of life. That's all you can ask for. Signs of life.
Well, of course, the big play of that drive was Rex Dowson running for his life and then kind of slinging it across his body for a gain of close to, 40 yards on that play to get it down into scoring territory. Then they came up with the 4th down conversion on the quarterback sneak, and then Fredlet Dort takes it on in from 4 yards out for the touchdown. Here's the freshman Nathan Taylor into it. High kick here. It's going to be fielded at the 4-yard line. Across the 10, 15, cutting inside. Oh, nice move there. Spinning out across the 25 to the 27. Close to making something happen there was the freshman Trent Canyon.
Number 82, Isaiah Jackson. Number 57, Luke.
So they'll start at the 26-yard line. But the Thunderwolves tried that high kick. That's intentional there. They try to get it in the field of play. Then you try to make a play, maybe get a turnover or something like that to happen, or get them pinned down deep like they did to start this second half.
I think the running game has been a real positive for CSU Pueblo tonight. They've been able to pretty much run whenever they want, and it doesn't matter who's been back there.
Here we go, Ethan Brinkley from the gun. He has Pay on his right hip. Trips to the left. Single wide out right, and now we have a timeout
taken by the Buffaloes. 11:27 to go here in the fourth quarter. We'll take another quick 30. 26-10 Buffaloes on Fox Sports Pueblo.
CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
26-10, West Texas A&M with the lead. They have the ball from their own 26-yard line. 11:27 to go in the fourth quarter. Brinkley from the gun. Takes the snap, gives it to Pay. Nice little jab step there. Gets it to about the 28-yard line, making something out of nothing there. Gains 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Pretty good defense that time by the Thunderwolves.
Going to get a long dose of slow pile moving, walking back to the huddle. No sense of urgency for the Buffs right now. They're just going to take their time with their 16-point lead.
Yeah, Thunderwolves desperately need a 3-and-out here on defense. Brinkley from the gun. Pay on his right hip. Ball right in the middle of the field. Straight drop back. Pump fake. Here comes pressure. They hit him. Gets the pass away, though, and it's complete across the 35. Boy, you got to hand it to Ethan Brinkley. He stood in there, absorbed the hit, somehow got that pass out in the flat for a first down. Great play for the Buffaloes.
That shows the arm strength of Brinkley. 14 yards, Jim, and that was just to the very last second.
Boy, I was anticipating the hit and maybe one of those fumble and a scoop. That was that kind of timing, but he quick release, got rid of it out in the flat and took the hit. That's what you admire about it. He had to know he was going to get punished there. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Thunderwolves show blitz off the edge, pass out in the flat, caught, nice move, 45, jab step, then taken down, body slam by Payer at the 47-yard line. DJ Leonce went airborne that time, and Brandon slammed him after a gain of 5, 2nd and 5. Leonce now will line up in the slot to the right. They go trips right, single wide out left, that's Riley Smith. One of the 3 transfers that start at the wide receiver position. Jaquarius Daniels being one of them, Michael Andrews the other for the Buffaloes.
Milking it all the way down the play clock.
2nd and 5 from the 47-yard line. Brinkley takes the snap, looks left, fires left. Right on the sideline, he ran out of room. It's out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. Trying to get it over here to Riley Smith. He made the grab, but it was out of bounds. So now it is 3rd down and 5. With 9:30 to go here in the fourth quarter. West Texas A&M with the 26-10 lead. Fans that have stayed making some noise here. It's money down. 3rd and 5. Brinkley, screen right, caught. They've got a defense, and they take him down for a yard loss. They went to the freshman, Trent Canyon, but the Thunderwolves did a good job of squaring him up and taking him down. Payer again, he's had a whale of a game on defense. 4th down now and 6. Now they'll send the punt team out after the delay a little bit. That'll mean the punter, John Cummings, comes in, junior out of Plano, Texas. We're under 9 to go now, 8:55 clock rolling. It's 26-10, Buffaloes with the lead. Thunderwolves all up along the line of scrimmage here. They'd like to get a block. Good snap, here they come, and they got it! It's loose, could have a scoop and score, but it's picked up and then stumbling to the turf at the 25-yard line. Nonetheless, the Thunderwolves will have possession of the ball.
They set the house, Jim.
Oh, that's one of those occasions, though. It should have been a touchdown, but I think Kalen Anderson was the one that ended up with it, but he kind of stumbled. I think he got the block. I think he got the block, and then whoever picked it up couldn't quite keep their feet.
I think it was Josh Johnson. I saw the hair.
There you go. Yep, that is him along the sideline. That indeed is right. All he had to do was stay on his feet, Joe. It would have been an easy 6. Well, the offense is back out there. They're going to try to finish off the job themselves here. Dowson under center. Sends Boyd in motion to left side. West Texas A&M way offside. Flag is down. They hand it off to Michi out the left side. Spins inside the 15. He'll be close to the first down.
I think he's got it, so they'll just decline the penalty.
That is the preliminary signal. It was an easy one. It's almost one of those unabated plays. He was way off, but scrambled back. I think in the pro game, once you're that far offside, they just call the play dead. But they allowed him to try to get back. But it gave the Thunderbolts a free pop at it, and they gained 10. Dowson up under center here. 8:25 to go, fourth quarter. Thunderbolts need 2 scores, 2 two-point conversions. Long count by Dowson. He's got trips to the right. Hands it off up the middle to Michi. Oh, and he's hit hard from the side, but he keeps those legs churning and gets forward for 3 yards on the play. Boy, he was very fortunate, Joe, just to hold on to the ball there, taking a shot like that from the side. But he's a strong kid.
Just look at his arms. If you ever get a chance to see him up close, pythons.
And it's going to be a gain of close to 4. They mark it closer to the 11-yard line. So 2nd down and 6. We're down to 7:50 to go here. Dowson gets the play call. Down to 12 on the play clock.
Got to have some urgency here.
Double wide out right, single wide out left. Short shotgun formation. Now brings the tight end Boyd in motion to the right, resets. Straight drop back. Dowson looks over the middle. Fires it incomplete. That's got to be interference, isn't it?
He mugged him.
And no flag is thrown. I mean, he was all over him. Everybody in the house saw it except the guys in stripes.
And Osavici so little, he just got enveloped. Or as we say, enveloped. It's a big play right here.
Yep, 3rd down and 6. 4-down territory here for the Thunderbolts. The field goal does them absolutely no good.
Purely cosmetic.
Boy,
Play clock down to 11, Jim.
I'm astonished that they didn't throw that flag. I mean, it looked obvious as all get out there. 3rd down and 6 from the 11. Dowson takes the snap. Here comes pressure, and he gets to him at the 12, or the 17-yard line, rather. Beg your pardon. Loss back outside the original line of scrimmage on this set of downs, so it's going to be 4th down. Thunderbolts might just send the field goal unit out here now because of the down and distance, knowing they've got to get a couple of 2-point conversions. Well, you take care of that matter right here. If you get the field goal, you get it into a 2-touchdown game, or you can go conventional and win the ball game still. You know, it's not what you want, but I think you got to take it right here with the down and distance.
He's already missed 2.
This one's a little closer, though. 33-yard attempt. Right down the middle of the field. Ball's down. Kick is up. They blocked it. It's loose on the deck. It's picked up by Taylor. This is how you get your kicker killed. So West Texas A&M, they get the blocked field goal, and they get the stop. So all that air is out of the balloon for the Thunderbolts. Boy, Joe, you just wonder what could have been on the scoop and score attempt off the block kick. That's just called excitement when you can reach down. All you got to do is kind of slow the game down, I guess. But we always say they want to play fast. But that's the time when you got to slow down and make sure you have it and just take your escort down the sideline. But there's a reason some guys play offense, and there's a reason some guys play defense, too. Ball at the 28-yard line for West Texas A&M. They've dodged the bullet here. 6:46 to go. A couple first downs will go a long way toward putting this one to bed. Screen pass over the middle. It's complete. Across the 30, 35, 36-yard line. A gain of 8. Quick hitter there to Epi Enriquez. He's a touchdown maker in this ball game.
Had a great game.
Caught a beauty. That was the first touchdown of the game. Made the score 10-3. I questioned it at the time, but we got confirmation from those that were able to watch the replay from the video feed, saying they thought he did have a foot down. 2nd down and 2 from the 36-yard line for the Buffaloes here. We're down to 6:05 to go. They lead it 26-10. Straight drop back. Here comes late pressure. They hit him, gets the pass away. It's incomplete.
Pear led up, and he still knocked him 5 yards back.
Yeah, imagine if he'd have kept that full head of steam there, what he could have done. But Brinkley knows that as well. He's been sharp tonight. Third down and 2. 5:58 to go, fourth quarter. Brinkley from the gun. Thunderbolts show blitz. Here they come. Off the edge, gets the pass away, it's caught. Oh, nice move. Ahead for the first down and more inside the 50, down to the 49-yard line goes Devin Pay.
Jim, he's as good as we've seen.
Wow, what a move that was.
You know, we talked to Kid Street before the game. He's a SID at West Texas A&M, and he said this might be as talented a team as they've had since he's been there. And we saw a playoff team that had NFL prospects on it.
9 of them.
So
they got to look.
So that just tells you how good they think this team could be.
The name of the running back escaping me, Joe. That plays for the Saints.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. He was pretty good.
Yeah, he was all right.
They didn't have him the first time Csu Pueblo beat him. He shows up the second time and runs up and down the field.
In the playoff game. First down and 10 from the 49. They give it to the freshman running back. He's pretty good in his own right. Nice little 1-2 punch when they need the spell Pay, and that's Trent Canyon.
Nice hit by Ryan Merrill.
So it'll be second down and 8 from the 47-yard line. 26-10. West Texas A&M on top. We hit the 5-minute mark here of the fourth quarter. Trips to the left, single wide out right. Brinkley taking all the time he wants right here. They're just letting that play clock milk down to about 10 before they set up. Here they go. Now he looks it over. Still taking a little more time. Now calls it ready for snap. Takes it. Quick pitch out of here in the flat. Caught. Nice move. But the Thunder will stay at home there to make the stop.
Again, Ryan Merrill and Ian Kelly. You know when your defensive end comes out to the hash marks, beyond the hash marks to make a stop, you're playing hard.
Yeah, Merrill's had a pretty good game here in the second half. Loss of, we'll call it no gain. They're going to spot it just outside the 49-yard line. So maybe a half yard he lost there. Third down and long. Third and a long 10 here for the Buffaloes. But again, they'll let that clock milk down. 15 on the play clock. We got 4 minutes to go in the game. 26-10, Buffaloes on top. Straight drop back. Here comes pressure off the edge. They set up the screen. They've got it, but the Thunderbolts nicely cover up on the play.
Brandon Payer again.
Yep. So they get the completion to Canyon. Thunderbolts now will take a timeout, I think, here. Yep, on defense they do. 3:46 to go in the fourth quarter. West Texas leads at 26-10. It's a 30-second timeout on Fox Sports Pueblo. 26-10. Thunderwolves trail it here. We're going to have a fourth down. Thunderwolves take the timeout here. They're still gathered around the sideline here. Hey, it's time to go get in the car and turn on your radio. Okay, there you go. The fans here.
That's kind of funny. They were telling us C.J. Anderson is in the house watching his brother.
Nice.
Jim, I'm going to the field.
All right. Joe will have a quick interview with John Riston after this ball game is over. It's another one he's been looking forward to. You avoided it last week, Joe, and now you're paying double price this week.
Because it was midnight. Yeah, it's part of the job, right?
They're going to go for it here on 4th and 7. No, it's a quick kick. He shows all of his talents. Nice job by Brinkley with the left foot, and he hits the coffin corner out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
He's going to go laugh that one off now.
He can do it all. Took the ball from his shotgun position and just quick kicked it. Nobody back for the Thunderwolves, of course, and the ball took a left-hand kick out of bounds. So again, stay with us here. Our post-game show will have all the numbers for you. We'll have an interview with John Riston. It's Joe Cervi making his way down to the field. That all comes your way in the Thunderwolves post-game show right here on Fox Sports Pueblo. Glad to have you along tonight down in Canyon, Texas, and the great city of Amarillo, checking us out here on the feed, on the Stretch Internet feed, watching the ball game. Your Buffaloes are pretty good. Here's a pass left side incomplete. They dropped their opener last week to Csu Pacific, and we mentioned Kit Street, their sports information director. It had the effect of being like, well, it wasn't a must-win. As even Joe put it in the paper today, it wasn't a must-win. It means more than that. It wasn't do or die. It was much more important than that. Well, Thunderwolves now going to have to try to run the table in the conference. Then you got to hope. But these are two damaging losses to start the season. Dowson in the gun here, 2nd and 10 from the 4-yard line. Looks over the middle, now rolls to his left. He's under heavy pressure, fires, and it's incomplete. It'll be 3rd down and 10. Trying to get it over there to Osha Washington on the far side. So 3rd and 10 for the Thunderwolves. Osha Washington, one of the newcomers to the Thunderwolves, transfer. He's out of Stockton, California. Third and 10. Dowson from the gun, in the end zone, steps up, fires, ball caught. No, it's dropped. Tried to get it there to Michael Riston. Fell incomplete. So it'll be 4th down. The Thunderwolves will send out the punt team here with 3:24 to go in the 4th quarter. Once again, stay with us in our postgame show. Interview with John Riston on the field. All the numbers, highlights, all comes your way. Here's the kick. Hits down at the 48-yard line, hops into the air, takes the Thunderwolf bounce, and now it'll be downed at the 48-yard line of the Buffaloes. Pretty good punt that time by Tanner Kuda, sophomore out of Commerce City, Colorado. Went to Adams City High School. So West Texas A&M could come out here now, get a 1st down or 2, and just salt this one away. Now, for the first time since the program was reinstated here at CSU Pueblo, they're going to find themselves 0-2 to start a season. And good penetration. They knock Devin Pay off his pegs in the backfield. Apologize to our viewers and listeners down there in Canyon, Texas. I was calling him Payne to start the ball game. I don't know where that came from. But it is Pay, Devin Pay. He is a senior out of Columbia, Maryland. Lost 3 on that play. It'll be 2nd down and 13. Both Pay and Canyon in the backfield on this set here. Kind of an offset eye from the pistol. And it off. Pay again gets forward. Gains a yard or 2 on the play. Thunderbolts defense still flying to the football here. Really can't fault the defense much in this effort for the Thunderbolts. They played well enough. It's just been a lack of offense. Once they got it inside the 30-yard line of West Texas A&M, they just stalled all night long, with the exception of the one drive when they did punch it in. Throw in a blocked punt that was taken back to the 14-yard line, plus a pick 6. And that's what's worked against the Thunderwolves here tonight. Brinkley rolls to his left, flips it out in the flat. This is the freshman Canyon. He runs hard, gets forward to the 46-yard line. Thunderwolves will take the time out here with 1:36 to go. West Texas A&M, they'll send the punt team out, I would imagine, here. They might just go for it. Another timeout on the field. We'll take a quick 30 with them. 26-10 Buffaloes on Fox Sports Pueblo. Welcome back to the Thunderbowl. Jim Brooks with you here tonight on the play-by-play. My partner's been Joe Cervi from the Pueblo Chieftain. He's heading down to the field. He'll talk to John Riston after this one is over. Carl Lorenson has been our producer and engineer. We also get special contributions from Nate Baptist. And, of course, our operations manager at Fox Sports Pueblo is Nick Donovan. Should throw in Eric Teep, our head engineer. Got me a new headphone amplifier this week, and we appreciate that. After flying without one the first couple of John Riston shows, plus the first game this year. They are going to go for it here from the offset eye. Play action. Brinkley throwing the screen in the flat. It is caught. It's a race ahead. He stumbles close to the first down. He might have it. May not, because Canyon stumbled right at the sticks. Depends on the spot here. They put the right foot down. It is going to be very close. Probably going to have to bring the chains out and look at it. He was going to get it easily, but then he kind of stumbled on the turf. The old turf monster got him. And they are indeed going to have to bring the chains out. At first glance here, though, I think he's got it. I think he just had to nudge the ball to the 41 and looked like the chains were just outside the 41. So they stretch him. Long stretch. And he's got it by the nose of the football. And that's all she wrote there, as West Texas A&M can now kneel on it, and they start the celebration on the far sideline. It'll be a nice little 5.5 hour bus ride home to Canyon, Texas tonight. One that we've become very accustomed to. We'll be down there again next year. It's one of the first 2 games of the season next year for the Thunderwolves. They keep this rivalry alive. It evens it up now, 3 apiece. And Brinkley takes a couple of steps back and downs the ball. He'll just have to do that one more time. They haven't started now they start the play clock. They kind of waited a minute there. That was by design to make sure the clock runs out after the next play. So they can take it down now to 1 on the play clock, snap it, and that will be the ball game. Once again, stay with us on our post-game show. Joe Cervi down on the field. He'll talk to John Riston. We'll also have the highlights for you. We'll have the numbers. We'll take a look at the scoreboard from around the country. That'll come your way on the Thunderwolves post-game show. At the conclusion of this ball game, if you're out there, got a business, want to sponsor the Thunderwolves post-game show, they haven't sold that yet, so that's open. Feel free. And again, Brinkley takes a snap, takes a couple steps back, and that will do it. Well-deserved victory for the Buffaloes of West Texas A&M. They even their record at 1 apiece. Thunderwolves find themselves in unfamiliar territory as they drop to 0-2 to start this 2016 campaign. We'll go ahead and keep it here until time runs out. Right to the bitter end. Teams are making their way out onto the field, starting to congratulate one another. These 2 teams, they don't really like each other, but they've developed a healthy respect for each program because they know how good you are. If you win this ball game, you know you're pretty good. And there is the final horn. 26-10, the final score. West Texas A&M wins it. For all of our viewers and listeners down in Canyon, Texas, we bid you good night. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. For everybody listening here in Pueblo on Fox Sports Pueblo, back for the postgame show right after this timeout on Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo.
CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
And welcome back to the Thunderbowl. Let's go down to the field in Joe Cervi.
All right, with head coach John Riston. Coach, it was one of those games where too many missed opportunities.
Yeah, we just didn't make the big play when we had opportunity to. We ran down the sideline, you're going to score. We step out, we block a punt, don't pick it up and score. You know, that's what's happening right now. We just haven't made those big plays like we normally have, and so we got to figure out how we can go get 1-0 this week.
The margin for error for a team still trying to find itself is pretty thin. And mistakes like that are going to hurt. The 3 missed field goals and not many trips to red zone, but your running game and defense both played well. I mean, there were some positives that you can glean from this moving forward.
Well, I thought we improved. We improved from last week. We didn't have a lot of self-inflicted wounds like we had in the past. You know, we did play better, but that's you don't get any moral victories for that. So this program's not built on moral victories. Disappointed that we're 0-2. We got beat tonight by a team that came in and did what they needed to win, and we didn't do that.
All right, Coach, thanks a lot. Look forward to next week. Jim, back upstairs.
All right, thanks a lot, Joe. Thanks a lot, head coach John Riston. We'll be back more with our post-game show. We got all the highlights for you. They come your way next. Once again, the final score here tonight from the Thunderbowl. West Texas wins it 26-10 on Fox Sports Pueblo.
CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
And welcome back to the Neta and Eddie DeRose Thunderbowl. Thunderbolts go down to defeat tonight. Final score 26-10 to West Texas A&M. It'll be a nice, pleasant little 5.5-hour bus ride home. Back down to the great state of Texas, about 20 miles south of Amarillo. Look forward to getting back there again next year when this rivalry resumes. Take a look at the highlights of tonight's ball game. Carl Lorenson, our producer and engineer, has been compiling them as the night goes on. We have all but one. We'll see which one it is as we go through the scoring plays here. But first quarter, Thunderbolts got off to a pretty good start offensively. They moved the ball smartly down the field, picking up 3 first downs, but eventually A.J. Thompson would throw an interception. West Texas A&M able to return the ball up the field, eventually would lead to a 10-play, 47-yard drive, would set up their field goal kicker, Hollabaugh. Low snap, they get it down, though. The kick is on the way, and it is good. Connor Hollabaugh from 43 yards out, as we mentioned, capped a 10-play, 47-yard drive. It was 3-0 at that point. Thunderbolts, though, would bounce back on their next possession. As we mentioned, a lot of times in this ball game, they were able to move the ball between the 30s, but as was the case on this drive, they moved it all the way down to the 31-yard line. The drive stalled out, so they called on their freshman kicker, Nathan Taylor. It is a 43-yard attempt, ball on the way. Kick has plenty of leg, and it is good. Officially, it was credited as a 44-yard field goal. With 12 seconds to go in the first quarter, we were all tied up at 3 apiece. West Texas A&M with teams would exchange punts. Again, the Thunderbolts moved the ball nicely, but couldn't capitalize on a drive. West Texas A&M get the ball back in a little bit more than midway through the third quarter. They started out on a drive of their own. They went 69 yards and 9 plays, and they set up this scoring play. Snap, Brinkley steps back in the pocket, fires down the sideline. He's going for it all, and it is caught, but I think he's out of bounds. They're going to say touchdown. And we talked to some of the people who watched the video of it, and they said, indeed, Epi Henriquez got his foot down. He caught it and landed out of bounds, but they said when he caught the ball, the official said his foot was down. That's all you need is 1 foot in, and the extra point was good. It made it 10-3 at that point with 3:32 to go in the first half. Thunderwolves then would self-destruct on the next possession. They would get a punt blocked. West Texas A&M would recover. They wouldn't move very far. In fact, they lost 3 yards on the play, but it set up this 34-yard field goal attempt.
And that would be the missing highlight right there.
That's the one we missed. Connor Hollabaugh made the 34-yard field goal, making the score at halftime 13-3. Thunderbolts defense would come out, get a stop to start the second half. But it was after West Texas A&M moved it from their own 8-yard line. They got it all the way out toward midfield. The drive stalled. They'd punt. They'd pin Thunderbolts deep in their own territory, and disaster struck on a third down play. Now rolls to his right, comes back across the middle, intercepted. Inside the 15, 10-5, touchdown, Buffaloes. And it was Austin Williams on the interception return for the touchdown. The extra point was good, making the score 20-3 at that point. For West Texas A&M, there was 10:15 to go in the third quarter. Stayed that way for a good share of the quarter before West Texas A&M again would get the ball around midfield, actually at the 43-yard line, following an interception off of Rex Dowson, who checked into the ball game for the Thunderwolves, and it would set up this short run. That's first and goal for the Buffaloes from the 2-yard line. And Brinkley going to keep it and walk into the end zone for the touchdown. Touchdown was set up by the good hard running of Devin Pay. He got it down to the 2-yard line, and Brinkley on the little quarterback read option play takes it on into the end zone. Thunderbolts did block the extra point. Had a chance for the scoop and score for the 2-point conversion going the other way, but tackled on the play was Darius Williams out around the 40-yard line. So it was 26-3 at that point. Thunderbolts then in the fourth quarter would finally put together a scoring drive. The key play of the drive was on a third down play. Rex Dowson rolling and running for his life, stopped throwing the ball across his body, zipped it down the middle of the field. It was caught by O'Shea Washington, set the Thunderwolves up in good shape. They'd eventually set up this run by Fredlet Dort. Dowson under center, hands it off to Dort, off the left side, hurls his way into the end zone, touchdown.
The extra point was good, making it 26-10 at that point. Then the Thunderbolts had a big-time chance on the next possession. They would block a punt as it was Kalen Anderson, the younger brother of C.J. Anderson of the Broncos, blocked the punt. But on the scoop and score attempt, Josh Johnson just kind of stumbled after he picked up the ball, couldn't keep his feet, went down around the 20-yard line. Thunderbolts could not convert. They would eventually get stopped. They would try the field goal, but Nathan Taylor had the kick blocked, and that was pretty much all she wrote. The teams exchanged punts down the stretch, and West Texas A&M able to run out the clock in the end, and they win the game 26-10. We'll come back after this timeout. We'll have all the final numbers for you. It comes your way next. Once again, the final score, West Texas 26, CSU Pueblo 10 on Fox Sports Pueblo.
CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
And welcome back to the Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts go down to defeat here tonight, 26-10. Let's take a look at the final numbers for you here tonight. First downs, Thunderbolts actually had more than West Texas A&M, 17-15. Rushing yards, Thunderbolts 40 carries for 229 yards. West Texas A&M held to 102 yards on 29 carries. But man, they had some big runs in this game. Through the air, Thunderbolts 92 yards, West Texas A&M 196. Total offense, Thunderbolts 321 yards on 64 plays from scrimmage. West Texas A&M 298 yards, 62 plays from scrimmage. Thunderbolts did not lose a fumble. West Texas A&M is credited with one lost fumble in the game. Interceptions in the game on the turnovers there. Thunderbolts had 3 interceptions. West Texas A&M with none. And most importantly, one of those interceptions was taken to the house for a touchdown. Time of possession, Thunderbolts 31:06. West Texas A&M 28:54. Thunderbolts were penalized 20 yards on 3 penalties. West Texas A&M 4 penalties for 45 yards. Third down conversion, Thunderbolts 6 of 14. West Texas A&M 5 of 14. West Texas A&M only had 2 fourth down conversions. One of them was critical in the first half on their touchdown drive. They converted a 4th down and 4 from, if I remember right, it's about their own 44-yard line, and they converted. It was from the 44-yard line to the Thunderbolts, so it was kind of a gamble at that stage of the game, but they had that confidence in their defense. More importantly, had that confidence in their offense to pick it up, and they did by a yard, and then it eventually led to the touchdown. West Texas A&M ends up 2 of 2 in the red zone tonight. Thunderwolves were 1 of 2. They didn't make it into the red zone until the 4th quarter, and they were 1 of 2 at that point. Individuals tonight for West Texas A&M, Devin Pay, what a game, 19 carries for 100 yards, right on the button, averages 5.3 a carry. Canyon, 3 carries for 12. Brinkley, credited with 5 carries for a net -4. You have to figure in a sack, plus you have to figure in those last 2 plays of the game when he took a 3-yard loss on each play, just down on the football, so that's a little skewed. For the Thunderwolves, Bernard McDonald, 19 carries for 139 yards, but more importantly for Bernard, the question is, what's wrong with that right leg? They were taped it up, and it's a hamstring. He's got a pulled hamstring, so we'll have to just see how that heals. Sometimes a hamstring can be about a 2-week injury. That'd be surprising he plays next week, so we'll keep an eye on that throughout the week. Talk to John about it on the Lorenson show coming up on Wednesday. Thought the running backs in reserve, though, did a nice job, though. Austin Michi, 8 carries for 59 yards. Bradley Dort, 6 carries for 34, including the touchdown. For West Texas A&M, we mentioned them on through the air. Brinkley, 24 of 33, did have the 1 touchdown, 196 yards. He was sacked once. A.J. Thompson, before leaving the game, 4 of 8, 2 interceptions. One was on the first drive of the game, and one was the pick 6, which sealed his fate for the night. He ends up with only 17 yards passing. Rex Dowson, 7 of 16, did have the 1 pick. Ends up with 75 yards through there. He was sacked on 1 occasion. A.J. was sacked 3 times. Receiving, Enriquez, 5 for 65, plus the touchdown. Devin Pay, 5 for 47. P.J. Leonce, 3 for 19. Trent Canyon, 3 for 10. Osha Washington, 3 for 41. Cole Forsman, 2 for 7. Morgan Smith, 1 for 16. Brett Dort got 1 for 9.
Defensive numbers in this game for West Texas A&M. Merriweather ends up leading the way there. 8 tackles, 4 of them unassisted. Williams was 7. Tolliver was 6. Colton McDonald had 5. Brandon Payer with a whale of a game. 14 tackles for the Thunderbolts, 10 of them unassisted. Singleton with 9. Henry with 8. Shangolo with 6. Final score, 26-10. West Texas A&M wins. We'll come back after this timeout. We'll take a look at tonight's scoreboard. That'll come your way next on Fox Sports Pueblo.
Csu Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
And welcome back to the Thunderbowl. As we go to our scoreboard show, once again, the final score here, Thunderbolts go down to 26-10. Let's give you the scores where we have it. First, we have to check out the line. Let's see if we can refresh it one game that I didn't have the final on. It was Dixie State and South Dakota Mines. I don't have a report on that one yet. Elsewhere around the conference, Black Hills State defeats Fort Lewis 39-36. Mines all over Highlands today in Las Vegas, New Mexico, 54-14, as you might expect. Mesa defeats Chadron State 47-33. Western State defeats Adams State 56-25. South Dakota Mines at Dixie State, late ball game down in St. George, Utah tonight. South Dakota Mines will be the opponent next week. The Hard Rockers make their way in to Pueblo to take on the Thunderbolts. That'll be our next game next Saturday night. Elsewhere from around the country on the scoreboard show, the Buffaloes today won 56-7 over Idaho State in the Mountain West Conference. The Rams of CSU, they win it today in the final 23-14 over Texas San Antonio. Air Force, big win over Georgia State, 48-14, for what that's worth. The greatest opponent in the world. Let's see, let's check out that Northern Colorado game. We were kind of following it throughout the night. It was a wild and woolly one. Let's see if it's gone final yet. It was crazy. And I'm trying to find it here. And Northern Colorado, they pull it out 55-52 over Abilene Christian tonight. So good for the Northern Colorado Bears. I mean, that program was on life support a couple years back. Remember after the Thunderwolves dusted them off there 3 years ago? Well, now they're back and they're 2-0 to start the season. We'll keep an eye on them throughout the year to see how that goes. In the top 25 this evening, Texas Christian has come all the way back. They are in the second overtime. And I'm trying to see if it's a final here. I can't tell her. It says 38-35 TCU in the second overtime. I think it is a final. Not positive there, though. I'm having trouble figuring out the CBSSports.com scoreboard here. But TCU with the comeback, nonetheless, over Arkansas. Notice the game's still in progress. So Arkansas now has a possession in the second overtime. They get a field goal to extend the game. If they score a touchdown, they'll pull off the upset. LSU over Jacksonville State tonight, 34-10. That's just heading to the fourth quarter. Oregon has scored early on in the first quarter to lead Virginia 6-0. Tennessee, third quarter score over Virginia Tech, 31-17. That game taking place at the Speedway tonight here in Bristol. Georgia over Nicholls State, 26-24 earlier today. Number 5 Michigan over Central Florida, 51-14. Number 6 Houston over Lamar, 42-0. Number 20 Texas A&M, 67-0 over Prairie View A&M. Oklahoma State, big upset of the day. Central Michigan on the Hail Mary plus a lateral pitch inside the 10-yard line ends up being the touchdown to win it, 30-27 for Central Michigan over Oklahoma State today. Number 2 Clemson survives against Troy, 30-24. Florida State all over Charleston Southern, 52-8. Ohio State, they were pushed early, but they ended up winning 48-3. Notre Dame over Nevada, 39-10. Alabama over Western Kentucky, 38-10. Baylor over Southern Methodist, 40-13. Ole Miss over Wofford, 38-13. Wisconsin over Akron, 54-10. Washington over Idaho, 59-14. Miami of Florida defeats Florida Atlantic, 38-10. Texas over Texas El Paso, 41-7. Oklahoma over Louisiana Monroe, 59-7. Iowa defeats Iowa State, 42-3. And finally, Louisville, 13th ranked team in the country, defeats Syracuse, 62-28. Some scores of note from Division II college football. Number 1 Northwest Missouri, they defeat Washburn, 41-7. Number 6 Shepherd over Charleston, 38-22. Number 7 Faro State was up today by Michigan Tech, 30-28. Number 8 Central Missouri over number 8 over Fort Hays, 31-17. Mines
In the RMAC, as we mentioned earlier, they defeated Highlands 54-14. They're the 12th ranked team in the country. Number 15, Slippery Rock. They lose to Westchester 36-18. Number 19, Augustana. They lose to Mary tonight 63-0. Let's see if there's any other ones we want to find here and give you in D2 football tonight. Azusa Pacific, who defeated West Texas a week ago. They're taking on number 10 Humboldt State tonight, and they lead it in the second quarter 24-17 there. Number 5 Ashland over Wayne State tonight 36-25. Other scores in the top 10. Minnesota State gets blasted by Bemidji State. Remember Minnesota State, that team we took on in the NCAA championship game? They lost 45-17 tonight. Number 23 Minnesota Duluth, they defeat Winona State 34-31. Grand Valley 55-7 over Lake Erie tonight. And I was going to try to find that West Georgia score here for you because they're the number 2 ranked team in the country. They win it 30-0 over Miles. Texas A&M Commerce, they defeat Delta State 40-28. So there's your tour around college football on this evening. Come back, one final time out here. We'll come back, we'll close things out from the Thunderbowl. Thunderbolts go down to defeat tonight 26-10 on Fox Sports Pueblo. And welcome back to the Thunderbowl. One final time here as we close out our broadcast tonight of Thunderbolts football. They go out to defeat tonight 26-10. Here's your program reminders. Remember, we have the John Riston Show for you. It comes your way on Wednesday from Andy Max. And check out the new menu at Andy Max. Come out, talk to the head coach, John Riston. We take questions from the fans in the audience. I'll take your text message questions as well. But that's 6 o'clock on Wednesday night from Andy Max, the John Riston Show. Joe Cervi and I will be along there to host that for you. Our next Thunderbolts football broadcast will come your way a week from tonight. We'll be right back here at the Thunderbowl. It'll be the South Dakota Mines, the Hard Rockers, come into town to take on the Thunderbolts. It'll be a 5:30 pregame, 6 o'clock kickoff right here from the Thunderbowl. Remember, no Broncos football tomorrow. They're off because they played on Thursday. So our next broadcast of Broncos football will be a week from tomorrow when they take on the Indianapolis Colts from the Mile High Stadium. Special people to thank here tonight. Kit Street, Sports Information Director at West Texas A&M. We love visiting with him. We love catching up with him each and every time we get the chance. And he does great work down there for West Texas A&M. Look forward to seeing him again and checking in with him later on throughout the year. And then when basketball season takes place, they've got a pretty good ball club there in the back for them. Sports Information Director at Csu Pueblo is Dax Larson. The Athletic Director is Joe Folda. Our producer and engineer tonight of Thunderbolts football has been Carl Lorenson. Special contribution to Nate Baptist. Operations Manager for us is Nick Donovan. My partner is Joe Cervi. My name is Jim Brooks, reminding you the final score here tonight. Thunderbolts go down to defeat. They find themselves at 0-2 on this young season. They'll try to bounce back with a victory next Saturday night right here at the Thunderbowl. Until we talk to you then, for Joe Cervi, this is Jim Brooks bidding you good night from the Thunderbowl.
This has been Csu Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350. Catch all the action all season long right here on the home for all things Csu Pueblo Thunderwolves athletics. Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.